21. Ṣé wọ́n ta half? Ẹnìkan wọ́n lè ta quarter half. Wọ́n ta half yẹn wọ́n ta half yẹn. Ẹlẹ́mọ̀ tẹ́ bá máa ra chicken bucket ní KFC ẹ̀mọ́ yẹn tó jẹ́ unplanned. Orí budget kì í ṣàkóso mi máa ti yọ. Orí budget production ni. PR ni. Mo máa ń tọkàn ó lè bìrì sọ pé ewédú ń tutù.
Really?
Yeah, a sọ fún ẹ pé ewédú pé òun ti sọ fún wọn pé why then ẹnìkan máa sọ àwọn actor mi lè sọ fún ẹ pé wọ́n kàn gbóúnjẹ wá sínú yàrá mi wọ́n kàn drop ẹ̀. Níbo ni kàn drop ẹ̀ sí wọn kú? Why are you asking me that kind of question? Níbo ni kàn drop ẹ̀ sí? Wọ́n lè wá mi ní. Wà lórí set. Wọ́n lè drop oúnjẹ fáwọn èèyàn. Wọ́n lè wò pé kọ́ máa and then they take it and then they bring it back. Kẹ́tà gbóúnjẹ lọ kó wá gbé padà wá gbà tẹ́yìn bá dé níbi 10. The most sensible thing is to put it in your room. And when we come back, if it's cold, you call the PM or PA or somebody.
Microwave.
And gladly, you know, we can do that in the hotel. Why would you put it in the room? I don't want this food. And if I don't eat tonight, say at 11 ṣeré lọ́la kò ní jẹun jẹ.
Check on high-handedness on the part of the
brother me. Whatever you like it, call it. It is here, it is abroad, it is everywhere. It's not about Nigeria.
It's happening.
It is star power everywhere. How to deal with the stars, you have to producer. Manage star ni. Tó bá lọ approach star pẹ̀lú. This is my production. This is my production. And it is whatever I want that gets done. It is true. Nobody is contesting that. But do not forget that if you bring some caliber of artists on your set, some caliber of crew, self, on your set, you have to collaborate. As professionals, they know the extent of their shenanigans. They know it. But sometimes they go overboard. And 2 wrongs at that time will not make it right. You know why? You, as a producer, you will only lose. So, if you like, continue to prove point until your money goes down the drain. So, you have to manage the person. That's on the budget. So, Toba refuse I am paying for food that is going to be absolutely 10 times more the food that they have brought. Because abashi plate is 7,000 or 5,000. So but Obama decide that he only decide go ve Johnny Matters kitchen. Because you need the bagger on your set near 8 a.m. So you need the person to go to bed happy and wake up happy and come and deliver your set. So I can get off your set quickly. So you run to Mother's Kitchen, or you run to Ultima, or you run to Shadi's, or you run to one of the like Chinese. I want to like Chinese for me. Right? Like Chinese, stone, Chinese. It's on the budget. When you are running with some artists, you have to learn how to handle them. You have to learn how to work with them. And that's why you need a lot of partnerships. When we were shooting Awaladu Day, we were shooting Borokini, we were shooting Family First. MOA spa partnerships standing. We have spa partnerships. We have beauty treatment partnerships. We have cosmetic partnerships. We have clothes partnerships. We have hotel accommodation partnerships. How did you think we put actors in Owu Crown Hotel for 35 to 40 days when we were shooting Family First? Our first major drama shoot, Rare Edge startup. Do you think we plucked money from the trees? No. It was a partnership. What did it cost us? It cost us the cost. It was the cost of shooting a whole television commercial. Among other things. We filmed And that was the first television commercial that the Crown Hotel had. They never had any before that. I stand corrected. So you need to understand how to write proposals. I told you on this set, I chased Carlton Gate Hotel partnership for 5 months. I was calling the MD at the time, from Ifatoberu, for 5 months. I will call, I will text, I will email. Láàárọ̀, lọ́sàn, lálẹ́, ìrọ̀lẹ́jọ́ kan ló pè mí pé Mr. Fagbure, I have been a bad person. Can we see this evening? In the middle of a shoot that I'm directing. So I had to tell my associate, who is the executive producer and the CEO of Rare Edge. I had to go and do this. Only, this final scene we wait. We will go together. Why is he wanted to be there so that we lock that deal down? And he's good in the boardroom. I'm good in the boardroom too. But of course, he worked in the bank, and so of course I would say that he's tighter. When he sees some signals, business signals, he knows what to tell me. I may miss them because I didn't work in the corporate boardroom sense of it. But he did. So, Ajao, because he didn't want us to miss it. That's how we got about a 40 or 60-day deal with Carlton Gate Hotel. So you must understand how to get these deals. And these deals are not just... you will never see me or see any of my associates say, no, we don't do that kind of thing. We don't do one from No. Everything is corporate. We send you a proposal. We send you letters. We integrate you into the content. Content. Product placement. You are laughing at them. Nígbà tí mo wo Ìràpadà Kúnlé Afọláyan ní 2006. Ẹni tó bá rántí film yẹn, ó níbi kan ní up north ni tí wọ́n ṣiṣẹ́ lórí site. So Kúnlé Afọláyan was on the set. So òun àti manager ẹ̀ wọ́n jọ ń sọ̀rọ̀. Ó ní ṣé àwọn people yẹn ti wá já cement. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni ẹ ti sọ pé àwọn náà ni wọ́n dé wọ́n kàn pull out for long shot ni. So Kúnlé dúró báyìí, manager ẹ̀ dúró báyìí, Dangote truck kan driving ni. Ẹ wá di Dangote mú ní wàá ṣeré. Kò sọ pé iléeṣẹ́ Dangote àwọn ni wọ́n máa ń ṣe cement tó dájú. No. Ṣé àwọn people yẹn ti wá já cement? Ẹ wo bá yẹn sọ láyẹn. Ṣé àwọn people yẹn ti wá já cement yẹn? Wọ́n ti wá àwọn náà ni àwọn lóde kan driving ni truck yẹn dẹ̀ driving. Wọ́n dẹ̀ pull out a long shot. Kúnlé dẹ̀ dúró báyìí. Kúnlé Afọlá in the character. I forgot the name of the character. Ó dúró báyìí. Manager yẹn dúró báyìí. Truck yẹn dẹ̀ driving báyìí. Ó driving. So wọ́n dẹ̀ mú shot yẹn. Dangote in between them.
So wọ́n sọ pé Dangote cement.
Is any blind person can see that? Are you kidding me? A blind person will know that now. Pé ó ṣe product placement ayé. Mi gbọ́ pé àwọn náà fún wa ní cement tó dájú láyé. You can't do that kind of film and put it on into cinema. Òun mi sọ pé wọ́n ní artistic capabilities. So Netflix mọ nǹkan tó ń sọ. Because ṣàmọ̀ pé ẹ̀yin náà sọ ń bíbà wípé nígbà tá à ń sọ̀rọ̀ Netflix tẹ̀fín sọ fún mi pé a lot of rubbish ó wà ń bẹ̀. Mo dẹ̀ sọ fún yín gbà yẹn wípé they also have to cater for different strata. But àwọn náà ṣe recalibration. Wọ́n recheck pé is this worth it? So wọ́n scale back ni. Netflix did not leave Nigeria. No, contrary to what everybody is saying, Netflix is law. Netflix is law.
Market wọn bí.
Netflix ò lè law. MOD, a fẹ́ràn entertainment gan. So Netflix ò lè law. The market is here. However, they had to scale back on production budget, on content licensing budget. Especially because it was beginning to become an all-commerce affair. So Netflix, they want your YouTube. So wọ́n scale back. Wọ́n scale back especially because wọ́n fún ẹ ní 100 million. Wọ́n máa deliver a project in 25 million. Could make sense now. So they said, okay, you know what? Go and shoot your film. It's not because we don't want to do business with you, but go and shoot your film. That was the process from the scratch. You shoot your film, you do well in cinema. Bí fíìmù bá yẹ ṣe sí ní cinema náà ṣe máa scale licensing or whatever payment they want to give to you. So lọ ṣiṣẹ́ wà now, kí ló wá fa complain? Tó bá sure fún ẹ, lọ ṣiṣẹ́ because everybody grew lazy. COVID loaded for anyways. There was heavy reliance of entertainment on the VOD, video on demand distribution, be Netflix, Amazon Prime, àti bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. So that's COVID law. All continue láti máa enjoy patronage, but adébíkọ̀ tó yẹ pé àwa abuse it. Because tó bá yẹ pé I continue láti máa churn out quality, right? Churn out quality and push the consumers there. Because Netflix is fún wọn lówó, they don't push their consumers to see it. Okay, ayé bí ní ìbéèrè kan. Nígbà tí wọ́n ya fíìmù ní Netflix, tí Netflix kó lẹ̀, èèyàn mélòó lè rí tó jó?
Kò sí jó, kò ní ìdíjó.
Because
wọ́n believe Netflix máa push nǹkan yẹn. So what they push it.
That is irresponsibility. You see, that's irresponsibility. Why don't you help Netflix to have consumer base? Kó lè rówó mi gbà. Tó bá help wọn láti push audience. Ìmọ̀ náà fẹ́ kówó mi fún ẹ.
But was there any time to Netflix tí wọ́n complain wípé kò sí viewership lórí àwọn Nigerian movies ni?
Do you know what a corporate organization is? They won't come out wailing. Anybody who is doing corporate governance, corporate running, why wail? The corporate circle is not a wailing circle. It's an action circle.
Statistics no matter.
Wọ́n kàn máa wo boardroom tó bá ti jókòó ni. I can't decide life for any boardroom because on is simple. Perspective àwọn tó bá ti jókòó síbẹ̀ ni. Except there is another perspective in the room that favours you. Tí perspective ni tí o bá ti ní perspective to favour ẹ, tí gbogbo àwọn board yẹn tó bá ti decide life ẹ ti lọ nìyẹn o. Òun ni wọ́n ṣe ń play boardroom politics. So you have someone in the board, you have someone in the board, you have 2 people in the board, you have 3 people in the board, you have 4 people in the board, you have 5 people in the board. You want controlling shares. You want to say at the table.
Báwo làwọn tó ń ṣe dáadáa ní Netflix?
Yeah.
Ó like pé àfi bẹ́ẹ̀ ní iṣẹ́ púpọ̀ mi ò mọ̀, but the last time I checked, àwọn A-listers wa wọn ò sí ní Amazon Prime bí a torí return on whatever, owó ò sí púpọ̀ mẹ́, but lórí Netflix, báwo làwọn Fẹ́mi Adébáyọ̀, Fúnkẹ́ Akíndélé, báwo làwọn ṣe ń ṣe tí wọ́n enjoy ẹ̀?
Good.
Ṣé Netflix originals ṣì wà?
Sherry.
2 questions.
First, to answer that your question, whether Netflix original Shiwa. Netflix original Shiwa. But what were more difficult to get me. Okay. Netflix just released if you don't about the COC ni, Sakuto about the COC ni. If you don't care around release Blood Sisters too. Ẹ̀wá go see Netflix original. Kẹ̀tẹ̀ bá play Blood Sisters 2 nísìn, kí ni logo tó kọ́kọ́ bá play?
Netflix.
Nah.
Bí a deal wọn ò tí ì parí from the first.
Láti ọdún yìí.
Kò mátà.
Wọ́n lè deal tí wọ́n ti shoot. They can cancel it. It's corporate governance ni. A cancel ẹ̀ dànù. Lè mú wọn sí. On every contract lè mí kọjá. Láì jọ táyé tèmi ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ produce contract ẹ̀ ó yá lọ mú mọ́ ọkọ̀ bàyẹ̀ rájẹ̀ ìgbà tó yá wọ́n tó wà lọ ṣe ChatGPT so ó jẹ́ kí iṣẹ́ mi easy prompt ni jẹgẹjẹgẹjẹgẹ mo mọ̀ ọkọ̀ normally so mo mọ̀ prompt ti máa fún ChatGPT tá fi gbé so màá gbà lẹ́nu ẹ̀ màá kọ́ so iṣẹ́ tí n bá kọ́ in 3 hours I can do it in 30 minutes you must understand those tools in the contract here there's always an exit clause. Every contract has an exit clause. This contract can be terminated by either parties. Mutual discussion. Mo fẹ́ terminate iṣẹ́ yìí. ní ṣe mọ́. Ìyẹn wá ní why they even terminated because so tọ́rọ̀ yẹn ò bá dẹ̀ lọ ó yẹ fẹ́ lọ plus and minus terminate it. Ẹ jẹ́ ká mo ti wà lórí iṣẹ́ kan rí náà. Mo ti wà lórí iṣẹ́ definite silence. I can mention it because Chief is my person. I was on definite silence. The definite silence. It's an exhibitional film. It's not a commercial film. Chief is an educator. Chief Kole Fajobi is an educator who's interested in film. Wọ́n fẹ́ fi film, wọ́n fẹ́ fi sọ ọ̀rọ̀ moral sínú ayé. So he said, if I'm talking about virginity, I cannot go and bring actors to just pé àti mọ history wọn ní gbòòrò to come and play virginity. He hoped to go to the cinema, but eventually he said, no. Owó yẹn kọ́ ló máa pa mí. Let me make it an exhibition film. Film that máa fi ṣe exhibition. When we were filming it, àwọn kan ló kọ́kọ́ bá wọn bẹ̀rẹ̀ kémi tó dé kí wọ́n bá wọn direct it. So the process of doing this and that, we were filming, we were at Ukra and we were filming. And somebody just said something, some of the guys that he had hired just did something that pissed him off. And the man just went and said, look here, you know what? Shebi is my money. I'm not filming again. At that time, I think he had committed in 2019, he had committed over 4 million naira. And he said, it's my money. I'm not doing it again. So I kept quiet. I followed him into the lounge. And I sat him down. When I sat him down, and I said, Chief, I don't know. I just meet him, I just get to know each other. But from the little Timo Monkpai, kì í ṣe èèyàn tó máa ń bẹ̀rẹ̀ nǹkan tó máa pàtì. Wọ́n fi ń jẹ aṣíwájú ọmọ ọ̀dẹ̀ òmu. Ó ní ìdí tó fi ń jẹ aṣíwájú. Táṣíwájú bá padà, kí làwọn ọmọ ẹlẹ́yìn máa ṣe? Ẹni padà, ó máa jọ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni. But ẹni padà, mo understand nǹkan tẹ́ ń sọ. Mo understand frustration yìí. Mo understand nǹkan táwọn people yìí tó ń jẹ́ kẹ́ ṣe. But ẹni padà. If you can promise me that money, Chief, I promise you, we'll get it done. Okay, let's go on. That was a contract that he could have terminated. He would have terminated it. But I went into that discussion with a different perspective. I tried to talk him. He could have insisted and said no. He could have. And since I don't have a stake in it, he's not owing me anything. We'll go. But I went into that discussion and he saw reasons with me. I will move on. That's how a contract is. Only Gemini no more decide to pay me a more now. And even as a director, I can say, look, I'd rather walk away from here. And the man will call me, come. What's going on? Kilo ṣẹlẹ̀. A lè sọ now, tí màá dẹ̀ ṣe remain. Níbẹ̀, àìmọye àwọn èèyàn tó ti drop resignation. Tí màá ní màá pé wá kilo ṣẹlẹ̀. Ṣé official car ni? Jẹ́ ká fún ẹ. No, official car kọ́, ojú kan náà ni mo wà láti jọ ẹ̀. Ẹ sọ pé ẹ máa ṣe léyìí fún mi. Ẹ sọ pé mo máa lè mo fẹ́ lọ ṣe PhD mi. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n ṣe time. Mo fẹ́ lọ ṣe masters mi. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n follow up. Ẹ sọ pé ẹ máa fún mi ní expense paid holiday to anywhere in the world. Okay. Jẹ́ ká bẹ̀rẹ̀ pẹ̀lú holiday yẹn. Má worry. Ìgbò ló fẹ́ lọ báyìí ká fún ẹ holiday yẹn báyìí. You discuss it. So a contract is ongoing. So a contract can be terminated, it can be reopened, it can be so even if it's subsisting from season 1, which I doubt, it will be terminated with the others. Ẹ̀gbọ́n kan tí Kole sọ pé Ọlọ́run ló ní káwọn ti shoot àwọn seasons yẹn Anikulapo. Otherwise, if Kole can say that, they'll terminate it. But over time, when you get into the boardroom with these people, you can change the mind of people to let's do it for more. Let's do it for Dele. You know, Dele is our own. Let's do it. And we have a clause that says that if we find this, we can do it. So if they are your people, they just call you. You.
Now,
no negotiation.
Who are those people that have proven themselves pẹ̀lú either Netflix or even cinema.
Oh, Mo is one. Mo Abudu is one.
But ta ló ṣe Chief Daddy 2?
Mo Abudu.
There was a backlash after Chief Daddy 2.
There was èmi náà sọ backlash tèmi. The film then so mo sọ backlash ni. But the fact is, it opened the door for the spate of all these family comedies. Àwọn ọmọ òní náà, àwọn ọmọ lọ ní deal yẹn, àwọn ọmọ náà lọ pe Netflix wá now. Don't forget, let me take you back to Tinapa, Ebony Life TV, ní Tinapa. Yeah, we Tinapa náà sì lọ bẹ̀rẹ̀. Kò ní wọ́n move Seko. So wọ́n ṣe Ebony Life TV. You will see that Mo has not stopped. And I will tell you how she has not stopped. Tó bá Netflix sọ̀rọ̀ wọ́n máa gbọ́ now. Màá dẹ̀ sọ di fún yín. Wọ́n ṣe Ebony Life TV, and she understood the fact that to keep a TV going, the first thing you need to keep going is to hook people on. And what is that content that will hook people on? It is not magazine, it is not news, it is not entertainment, it is drama. So Mo shot a lot of serial dramas. So Ebony Life TV, tó bá ti ń tune by one drama is finishing, another is, there are lifestyle shows, but big drama kan ṣe parí nìkan, you will stay hooked until she came with Ebony Life Films. She started with 50. Ìyẹn lánàá. Because word on the street, word in the grapevine, wọ́n shoot for UK audience, for audience òyìnbó. Okay. Audience òyìnbó gan, ó lànà Nigeria, ó lànà ní UK.
Cultural clash, Wabi.
Yeah,
cultural clash.
You can't do film for Oyinbo. You have to do for your people. They will not Oyinbo will not appreciate it. So let's start with Oyinbo. So let's say culture Oyinbo go that be Oyinbo. Olóyè dápadà sí Chief Daddy. Most by a film though she lẹ́yìn 50 years, but she did another film. I don't know if it is Chief Daddy that did after 50, but I forgot it. Please, everybody, don't come for me. I don't remember.
Talo ni wedding party.
Yeah, I think it's the wedding party. Yeah, okay. You know, she did that, and she faced out the TV. She faced out. She didn't because more talk scale back near. Oh, great film TV. Oh, face out TV. And Ebony Life, I was one of the persons that said, "Yeah, Ebony Life Ebony Life TV face out Jesus Christ." But she knew what she was doing. She knew what she wanted. If you sit down with Mo, maybe Mo can explain why. She faced it out and focused on films, drama content, faced out the TV. And she was doing Netflix, she was doing cinema, she was doing Netflix, she was doing the VOD platform. And when Netflix went off, Mo didn't stop. And she didn't go to YouTube. Because I've told people, putting films on YouTube is erecting mansion on rented land. They determine what you do. So Mo went to Ebony Life On Plus, an app where you subscribe and watch our content. She went and created her own VOD platform. Now that is Inyelento serious to make a business. Netflix still low abi. Okay, you give me not create your app me. So ó kàn ṣe Ebony Life On Plus ni. Ó dẹ̀ ń polówó ẹ̀. Ó lè máa pariwo púpọ̀. Ó lè máa ti rí market break. But Ebony Life On Plus is there. Ó dẹ̀ lè ṣe, ó lè wo àwọn content Ebony Life. Wọ́n dẹ̀ ṣe ń shoot. Tó yẹ pé exclusive to Ebony Life On Plus ni. Wà á dẹ̀ sanwó. Kò tó wò ni. That's the person that wants to do business. Netflix ti rí pé only option. So when that kind of person is talking to Netflix, tí wọ́n èèyàn báyìí bá ń bá Netflix sọ̀rọ̀, wọ́n máa gbọ́ now. Because ó ti jẹ gbèsè. Ó ti yá loan. Òun náà ti run platform yẹn. Tó bá jọ ń sọ̀rọ̀, wọ́n á máa sọ̀rọ̀ nípa back-end running of VOD platform. Wọ́n á jọ máa sọ man to man. Wọ́n á máa sọ̀rọ̀ lórí àbáwọn engineer ṣe ń crash site, virus wo ló ń jẹ kíní.
In fact, Ebony Life máa ní edge nítorí pé òun ló ràn kíní ẹ̀ but àwọn eléyìí most of them staff ni wọ́n tẹ́ pé salary làwọn ń gbà at the end of the entire thing but òun tí loss ẹ̀ bá dé orí ẹ̀ gangan ló máa wà.
Yeah. Oh no, ní staff and all that.
Yes,
What I'm even saying is that tó bá jókòó sí boardroom, when they are talking the back end, she's talking it. Kennedy, oh no, run parallel local VOD platform. So no mọ̀ bó ṣe ń rí. So wọ́n mọ̀ pé ó mọ̀ bó ṣe ń rí. So it is nice, it's easy láti bá èèyàn bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn sọ̀rọ̀. Moving on, Kunle Afolayan. I'm talking about, you are asking me for people who have proved their mettle. Kunle Afolayan has also proven his mettle. Ṣé èèyàn tó jẹ́ pé kò ṣojú mi ṣùgbọ́n àhúgbọ́ àsọtúnsọ tó dé tí tiwa ni pé bàbá sọ pé ní inú October 1st yẹn, if Kunle gets this wrong, then he goes down forever. Torí adúrú owó tí bọ̀dá yẹn ná sí October 1st.
Bàbá wo ló sọ bẹ́ẹ̀?
Túndé Kèlání. Tí fíìmù yìí bá fi go wrong, ọmọ yẹn máa go down. Because owó tó ná sí ti pọ̀ jù. Tí bá sọ pé ó pọ̀ jù, mi sọ pé ó pọ̀ jù production yẹn lọ. But what I'm saying is, ó take risk yẹn pé ó yá, if I perish, I do this.
Ṣé kí ni October 1 fi different sí àwọn tó precede?
Look at that film. That film is a class of its own. Photography, editing, story content, acting, parade of actors. That's probably the film that started the Noir film movement in Nigeria. Noir film, N-O-I-R, our mystery films. The dark images, usually black and white, blurry, smoky, in shadows, tilted angles, mystery. I mean, because of the king of boys, one day, my feet to kill a monkey. That, and if you see Kemi Adetiba is sitting comfortably as the queen of Noah. And if you check àwọn tó ń ya àwọn náà ẹ̀ àwọn rẹ̀ pé tẹ́ bá ń wò wọ́n tó bá jókòó wọ́n máa dàbí pé bóòsì kan ti sọnù lórí wọn ti sá lọ tó bá jókòó tí wọ́n máa ṣe bí ẹni pé wọ́n wà okay. They are very creative people, absolutely creative. So that, and if you see most of Kunle's film, what's in the tendency in Noah, even with the figuring. So October 1st was an improvement on the figuring. The figuring around me changed the landscape of filmmaking. Because everybody here aspire that beat. Then October 1st came. Absolutely careful camera work, absolutely careful texture, careful story, not a perfect story, but careful mystery. Yes, people said you could guess. At some point, I could guess that he was a prince. I'm an experienced film seer. You could guess. And I tell people, suspense is not the inability for you to guess. It is the ability of the film that is sustain interest to watch it to the end, even knowing what will happen at the end. Keeping you at the edge of your seat till the end, and you get to the end, even knowing what will happen at the end. It's not about revealing one stupid surprise at the end. These are our stories now. We likely know what will happen now. Yugoslavia lọ sí lọ mú story yẹn wá ni story Nigeria ni now, so tó bá ti wo story October 1st yẹn wá ó likely kò jọ ọmọ bá ni now. And wọ́n ti ṣe planting yẹn sílẹ̀ now. The person that was running in white, and the prince came in and started wearing white. Come on now. The prince came in and started behaving very weird. What it plants, and because you cannot do a film entirely and not plant those nuances of the characters. Only like to plant it now, otherwise it doesn't make sense. detachment, aloofness. Ẹni yẹn kò kí ń sọ̀rọ̀ jù. Check him now. If you find a character tí ò ń sọ̀rọ̀ jù, ẹ bá bá sọ̀rọ̀ sí ma ni. Ẹ bá ní Mr. Fagbure, ibo lẹ ń lọ? A máa lọ. Ìgbà wo lẹ ń lọ? Ìgbà wo lẹ máa lọ lé tẹ máa lọ rí mọ́mì? Ẹ máa rí dáàdì, a rí wọn. A máa rí wọn. Saturday, a máa rí wọn. Tẹ bá pàdé somebody like me. Ẹ máa wọlé, a máa lọ rí wọn, a máa gbórí wọlé. Ẹ mọ̀ pé mo ti sọ gbogbo tinú mi. No, ẹ máa pàdé wọn. Saturday. A máa rí wọn. Tó bá tún rẹ́rìn nìyẹn. So on the plant character here now. On the plant here, so it's there. But it kept unfolding that mystery until we got to where we all knew that it would get there. So the willingness for us láti máa tẹ̀lé story yẹn títí dé ibi tá a mọ̀ pé ó ń lọ, tá a mọ̀ pé ó máa bọ́ sí, tí àbínú dìde pé àti wọn bí tí story yìí ń lọ. No, he kept putting things that kept us going. Ìyẹn gẹ́gẹ́ náà ń pè ní suspension of disbelief. Tí short form ẹ̀ ń jẹ́ suspense. Suspension of disbelief. Ó máa sustain ẹ lọ. Because disbelief yẹn ó ti strong nínú àwọn fíìmù YouTube Yorùbá láti rádaràdà àti mọ̀bí tí fíìmù yìí lọ láti bẹ̀rẹ̀. Torí suspension of disbelief yẹn wọ́n ṣe enough láti fún wa as audience láti suspend the disbelief wa. So Kule did a lot with October 1st. So now here's the point I'm making is Netflix will trust him. He's a man who has a reputation for getting into banks and pulling out money.
Was Phone Swap on that same level?
Phone Swap was on the same level. Do you know what it takes to hire Wale Ojo? One, what it takes to hire Nse Ekpe Etim? To manage on set, to hire. Two, to manage a Joker Silver Jacobs on set. It's not cheap. Well, at the time, the Phone Swap, it's not cheap, sir. To fly in an actor from Ghana to play Wale Ojo's girlfriend. It's not cheap, sir. To put Saka in a play, Dr. Hafiz or Itele, to put him in the same film. That's not a cheap film.
Citation call.
That's even a bigger flow. Jimmy Louis. Okay, a lot of my songs $10. That's out of this world. There has to be some good money.
Tó bá yẹ pé kò fẹ́ ṣe lọ́fẹ̀ẹ́ nítorí pé wọ́n fẹ́.
No.
She wants to.
Olówó ò ní ṣe nǹkan lọ́fẹ̀ẹ́, no matter what. Èyí tí mo ti mọ̀ nípa olówó ni ẹ̀ bó ṣe $1 àwọn máa gbà.
Ìgbà tẹ́yìn máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ fíìmù ẹni ò yẹ kí n ṣe olówó.
Mi ń ṣe olówó.
Ẹ ló ń sún káàkiri tí wọ́n tẹ̀ tún rí yàrá sún papà.
Ibi tí kádàrà sọ pé mi ti máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ ni. Ọmọ mi sọ pé kádàrà sọ tọ̀tọ̀. Daniel tí mọ citation lẹ ti rí Temi Ọ̀tẹ́dọ́lá o. Mọ nǹkan tó ti ṣe o. Tó bá jókòó síbi ó máa sọ story fún yín o. Tó bá jókòó síbi tí Temi Ọ̀tẹ́dọ́lá bá jókòó síbi ó lè rí story sọ fún yín o. If Temi Ọ̀tẹ́dọ́lá sit here, it might shock you the kind of thing that she has gone through. Pẹ̀lú bó ṣe lówó yẹn, ó lè jẹ́ pé níjọ́ kan wọ́n fi location bus lè bàjẹ́ o. Ó lè rìn látòrí Third Mainland Bridge. Ó lè rìn dé Ìkòyí o. You don't know what she has gone through. We assume that because she's Temi Ọ̀tẹ́dọ́lá, she has gone through nothing. No, I've stopped that assumption. But ọ̀rọ̀ rèé o, ibi tí èmi ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ àpáta ni.
Àbí inú ẹ̀rọ fọ.
Ilẹ̀ gbígbẹ.
Ilẹ̀ gbígbẹ.
Lèmi ti bẹ̀rẹ̀. Yẹ̀rọ òun ìlú garden ló ti bẹ̀rẹ̀. So mi lè fi level yẹn wéra wọn kò ṣeé ṣe.
So obviously Kúnlé Afọláyan ò ní kẹ́nìbọ̀dì wá ṣiṣẹ́ lọ́fẹ̀ẹ́.
No, he won't ask that. Much so that I know about him, he won't do that.
And mo ti gbọ́ testimonies that he pays so well. Though àtúgbò another part náà nípa ọ̀rọ̀ Kí ni iṣẹ́ tó ń ṣe the other time?
Shanikulapo.
Anikulapo. But
It's okay. A lot of people go into jobs. Is Anikulapo. Some people go in there with one gigantic expectations. Has anybody seen Anikulapo books? If you have seen Anikulapo books, then you would have been able, you'll be able to so categorically say, I'm sure the only person who can tell you about Anikulapo books is Segun Akintunde, the COO of Colaflyer Productions.
COO.
COO only right hand man. Only the man land producer. Afin lo una. So just about you catch it. Segun Akintunde. Because of course you can't be line producer and not see the books. So that person can tell you categorically. Most of the time, so these guys are businessmen. They want to save money. They want to do pet projects. They want to do other ancillary projects. So they're shrewd businessmen. I'm sure the man saw how much budget of food was going out. So say, so that the money for catering goes into Afefe. And he's CEO of Afefe. So he gets paid salary in Afefe. He businesses the one last one. So anybody can say anything that they want. It's fine. You see it. Okay, you see me. Èmi ò tí ṣiṣẹ́, well, mi ò tí ṣe film pẹ̀lú Kunle Afọláyan. Èmi ti ṣiṣẹ́ pẹ̀lú Kunle Afọláyan Productions. Yeah, in the area of supply. Wọ́n fẹ́ ṣe nǹkan kan ní gbàgede wa ń tà ń bí. Wọ́n contact me láti ṣe nǹkan báyìí, wọ́n ṣe nǹkan kan báyìí. And they were fair. I discuss and negotiate. They were fair, professional and fair. Yeah. Professional and fair. Oh, it's an interact with Kunle. There's a system. There's a system that you interact with. That's what I'm saying. You won't, when you work with Cap, that's Kunle Afọláyan Productions, you don't interact with him. Oh, ní bá sọ̀rọ̀, kò ní bá ẹ sọ̀rọ̀. Tó wá gé business ni, kò ní bá ẹ sọ̀rọ̀. Kì í ṣe òun ló máa bá sọ̀rọ̀. Kò ń ṣe òun ló máa bá ẹ sọ̀rọ̀. Ó láwọn tó máa ṣiṣẹ́. That's why he's paying them. Ó láwọn tó máa bá iṣẹ́ àwọn ẹlẹ́bàá. Ó ti fún wọn ní brief budget rẹ̀ mọ́kànjá àbí. So tó bá bá àbúrò Kunle Afọláyan sọ̀rọ̀ àbí ẹ̀gbọ́n Kunle Afọláyan, tẹ́ni ẹ bá ti mú quotation tó kọjá budget wa, staff yẹn máa juwọ́ sí ẹni. Tó bá yọ̀ bá Kunle pé ẹ̀gbọ́n mi mo ṣe kíní kan bá Ṣẹ́gun sọ̀rọ̀, bá kíní kan sọ̀rọ̀, màá bẹ̀ bá wọn sọ̀rọ̀ lọ́fíìsì. Ẹ gbọ́ kí ló ṣe ẹni sà budget tó wà bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. Ó dẹ̀ sọ pé kíní kan èló ní budget tá approve 250 ní èló ló ń dẹ̀ sọ 320 can work. Ó tán ni ẹ̀. Ìwọ náà ṣe fún wa ní 250. Ó tán o. Ṣé kò sọ pé ẹ fún ní 320? Kò sọ pé ẹ fi 10,000 sí. Wọ́n ti jọ jókòó ní board, wọ́n ti jọ jókòó ní management, wọ́n ti jọ jókòó ní team, wọ́n ti sọ pé bọ́jẹ̀tì yìí ni. If it's going to change, the mind will sit again. The team will sit again. Let's put a system there. And Netflix can see that is adding value to the system. So if it keeps going, and these are the early starters anyway. I'm calling the early starters. Wọ́n ti rí pé risk taker ni pé káwọn tó dé ó ti ń ṣiṣẹ́ ẹ̀ lọ.
Benefit ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ wà fún risk takers.
Yes, now.
Because àwọn open door ẹ.
Yes. Risk takers ni wọ́n now. Now, let's move on to someone else that has mo mú wọn ní ṣiṣẹ́ ìtàlẹ́ wọ́n yẹn lọ. Funke Akindele. If you like, say she's bossy. If you like, sọ pé wà obnoxious. Tó bá wù ẹ́, sọ pé wá gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ ilé ayé kò fi qualify. But ṣó ní business yẹn ó mú lọ́kùnkúndùn. Ṣé ẹ mọ̀ kí ni business yẹn? Filmmaking, content provision tó bá máa bàjẹ́ o máa ní láti bá tiẹ̀ jẹ́ so mo dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé òun náà ò ní jókòó kó bá tiẹ̀ jẹ́ so àwọn bá tiẹ̀ jẹ́ náà so that iṣẹ́ tí a máa lọ àrùn ẹ̀ pa because that's our life ṣé mo bí tó ti ń bọ̀ ni kí ẹ̀ tó jáde látọ̀dún fa kó wá dìde dé level yẹn àdúrà nìkan kan ló ṣe sà àwọn èèyàn ní Fúnkẹ́ aládùúrà ni ọmọ ògo ni àgbọ̀ ẹ má gbàgbé ibi tí mo ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ ní bẹ̀rẹ̀ show yìí bẹ̀rẹ̀ episode yìí I will go back there destiny fate àwọn ẹlòmíì tán bá ṣe ògo wọn ò ní tó ti Fúnkẹ́ o fíìmù wọn sì dájú Fúnkẹ́ lọ ẹ jẹ́ ń sọ àṣírí kan fún yín ẹ jẹ́ ń sọ rúmọ̀ fún yín so ẹ jẹ́ kí n sọ sínú kámẹ́rà pé rúmọ̀ lọ́rọ̀ yìí àhesọ so ẹ má ní kí n mú proof wa àhesọ ni Jennifer original Jennifer part 1 and 2 tí ọ̀la skota rumor has it that of course because he's the owner of the copyright so he can print at will pé ní Òṣòdì pé tí Alhaji Ọlá Balógun bá kọ̀ wò báyìí pé ó yẹ kéèyàn lówó lọ́wọ́ jàre ẹ mọ̀ bóyá téèyàn ti kó gbowó tó fi ṣe business kì í ṣe pọ́n broke rárá gbogbo owó tó wà wọ́n ti fi ṣe business eléyìí tó wà wọ́n ti lọ́ọ̀kì ẹ̀ kò ṣe é ná kì í ṣe owó fàájì nìyẹn wọ́n wá nídìí owó fàájì kọ̀ pé ẹ ká lè lówó ẹ mú master Jennifer ẹ má gbàgbé tí mo sọ àhesọ ẹ mú master Jennifer àjàre ẹ sáré print bíi 10,000 copies ṣe mọdún tí Jennifer ti jáde wọ́n wá ní pé tí wọ́n ìjọ tán máa wá release Jennifer ẹ̀ tí àwọn èèyàn bá fẹ́ release film ní Òṣòdì wọ́n máa béèrè pé ṣé Jennifer ò jáde tí wọ́n bá ti ní wọ́n máa release Jennifer yẹn àwọn ò bá Jennifer jáde ẹ̀yẹ Jennifer ọkọ̀ lọ tó bá jáde tán wọ́n máa release ó wá di ọ̀rọ̀ ní Òṣòdì pé ọ̀tọ̀ lọ́lọ́run Jennifer ọ̀tọ̀ lọ́lọ́run àwa tó kù ẹ má gbàgbé àhesọ àgbọ̀ ẹ mọ̀ pé a máa gbọ́rọ̀ káàkiri àtòtọ́ àti irọ́ so inú àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ tá a gbọ́ rè àhesọ ọ̀ṣẹ́ mọ̀ pé there is no smoke without fire so wọ́n wá sọ pé ọ̀tọ̀ lọ́lọ́run Jennifer ọ̀tọ̀ lọ́lọ́run àwa tó kù he who God has blessed no man can curse àwọn èèyàn kan wà torí ẹ̀ ni mo ṣe rí ìgbà tí mo bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti ibi tí mo ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ yẹn àwọn èèyàn rò pé superstition whether you like it or not àgbálẹ̀tò àwọn kan wà tí wọ́n ṣe podcast kẹ́ tó dé tó ti ṣe YouTube video interview yìí kẹ́ tó dé àárí wọn Ọlọ́run àárí wọn wọ́n dẹ̀ ṣe ń ṣe àwọn ẹlòmíì bẹ̀rẹ̀ wọ́n kú sọ́nà bí èéfín ẹ̀yin bẹ̀rẹ̀ ó ti pẹ́ tẹ́yìn náà ti ń ṣe o but àwọn kan náà ó ti pẹ́ tó ti ń ṣe tí wọ́n ti organize ẹ̀ gan ju gbogbo eléyìí lọ tí Ọlọ́run ò jẹ́ kó jáde o kì í ṣe àìmọ̀ ṣe wọn o rárá o kì í ṣe pé wọ́n ṣe nǹkan kan tó wrong o èmi ó ṣàánú fún ẹni tí èmi ó ṣàánú fún ni kò sọ pé èmi ó ṣàánú fún ẹni tí àánú yẹ ṣàánú lè yẹ kó má ṣàánú fún ẹ àánú lè má yẹ kó ṣàánú fún ẹ that's why téèyàn bá jí láàárọ̀ kó mọ béèrè àánú ó ní mo ṣe bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti ibi tí mo ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ yẹn destiny fate ẹ ń bá ní ti destiny kádàrá àti àyànmọ́ báwo ìní lọ́hùn kó mọ́ lọ wò ìní lọ́hùn yóò dàbí the foolish man nínú bíbélì tó sọ pé báyìí mo ti kó gbọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ jọ yẹ kí n mọ gbádùn ayé mi ìwọ àṣírí lálẹ́ òní la béèrè ẹ̀mí rẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ rẹ̀ so èmi gẹ́gẹ́ bí ẹ̀kọ́ tí a fi kọ́ mi ẹ̀kọ́ kìrìsìtẹ́nì ibẹ̀ yẹn lèmi ti máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ ayé So I think ní èrò tèmi mo kọ́ rò pé Fúnkẹ́ ní basis bẹ́ẹ̀ àti fi kádàrá ẹ̀ sọrí wípé tó bá tajà ó máa tà bóyá láti ilẹ̀ ni o bóyá ó ṣe nǹkan kan látòrí Jennifer ó dẹ̀ ń ta kò sí ìjọ tó dé movie theatres, cinemas, she will break the record that she had set.
Her own record.
Please, what marketing is it that Funke did that Tony Abraham did not do? That Mercy Aigbe did not do? As a matter of fact, in my own opinion, Mercy Aigbe Adeoti has better stories that Tony Abraham and Funke Akindele put together. Mark my words. I said so. Tolu Fagbure. Go and see Ajao ọmọ daddy. Story Funke Akindele tó fẹ́ súnmọ́ Ada tó tí mo enjoy jù láti jọ́jọ́ ti ń ṣe.
Mo pàṣẹ sínú ayé ẹni tó lè rí àmì ṣe láti òní lọ lábẹ́ àhámọ́ ogun tí ayé yín wà lórúkọ Jésù agbára Ọlọ́run kó tú yín sílẹ̀. Dádì àti mọ́mì, Olúwa rán mi sí yín sà. Kí ló ń tẹ̀ ń là kọjá tó dàbí pé ẹ rò pé kò sí ọ̀nà àbáyọ mọ́? Olúwa ní kí n sọ fún yín pé kẹ́ má sọ ìrètí nù. Ọ̀nà àbáyọ ṣì wà fún yín tí ó bá ṣe é ṣe fún Ọlọ́run láti jí Lásárù dìde kúrò nínú òkú ọjọ́ 4 tó ti rùn. Olúwa náà ṣetán láti dá yín lóhùn. Ohunkóhun tó wù kẹ́ máa là kọjá. Ṣé ẹ̀ ń wáwé ìgbélú ni? Ṣé iṣẹ́ yín ni ò lọ déédé? Ṣé ẹ̀ ń wá ọ̀nà àbáyọ? Lórí ìgbéyàwó rẹ ti ní ìṣòro tẹ́lẹ̀ là kọjá ni. Ohunkóhun tó wù kẹ́ máa là kọjá. Ẹ jẹ́ a jọ gbàdúrà papọ̀. Ẹ jẹ́ a jọ wá ojú Olúwa. Kò sí ní t'Olúwa ò lè ṣe. Ẹ̀rọ ìbánisọ̀rọ̀ tẹ́ fi máa bá mi sọ̀rọ̀. Òun náà ni +234 7025 47 5427. Lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí +234 7025 47 5427. Àwọn ìyanu ńláńlá ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀ lórí òkè yìí. Mo gbàdúrà bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ṣe ń pè fún àdúrà lórúkọ Jésù. Ẹ máa rí ìyanu. Ó ti rí bẹ́ẹ̀, ó ti ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀. Ògo ni fún orúkọ Olúwa. Jésù Olúwa wa. Àmín, àmín, àmín lórúkọ Jésù.
Story Funke Akindele tó fẹ́ súnmọ́ Ada tí mo enjoy jù láti jọ́jọ́ ti ń ṣe ó ní behind the scenes. And it's because she used Scarlett Gomez. Performance Scarlett Gomez need behind the scene was just over the hook. Performance Scarlett Gomez over the hook. And like I said again, Funke Akindele repeated the Jennifer character in that play. Most of the acting that she does, she has been cycling through characters. 2 or 3. As she Jennifer character, variation of Jennifer character, variation of Yomo Ghetto character, variation of the hard-faced bitchy boss character. Go and check all our films. It's a variation of all that character. Format to work for one. So only format to work the format here. So if it intimate Sony, my own opinion is that Mercy Aigbe Adeoti had better films. Hello, Thin Line. Mercy Aigbe Adeoti. Hello, now. She had better stories. Kọ́sí mo kádà rẹ̀ pé kó tàtò Fúnkẹ́ àbí kó tàtò Tóyìn. Kò sí kádà rẹ̀ ni, kò sí nǹkan tó lè ṣe. Àfijọ́ tí kádà rẹ̀ bá yí padà. Chaos theory ni. Under every semblance of order, there is an underlying disorder. Under every semblance of disorder, there is an underlying order. It's even sorry. Think about love. Chaos theory. Chaos interdisciplinary theory. Summary thing. Originally Latin mathematics. And mathematicians, physicians, physics. What's among God? Think about love. ó ń lọ ó ń lọ ó ń lọ nǹkan kan ló máa ṣẹlẹ̀ tí nǹkan tó ń lọ tó ń gún yẹn tí ò fi ní gún mọ́ tí nǹkan bá wà tó ń dàrú tó ń dàrú tó ń dàrú nǹkan kan ló máa ṣẹlẹ̀ tí nǹkan tó ń dàrú yẹn tó fi máa tó n tó ṣẹlẹ̀ yẹn náà ń pè ní Malcolm effect so except there is a Malcolm effect that will twist Mercy to sell more than Funke. Yeah, we'll see when the time comes. But other than that, tí bá break down chaos theory yẹn dáadáa tẹ́ bá wà níbí gan ẹ ti wà ní traffic rí tẹ́ wò pé ìwọ Ọlọ́run kí là wá fa traffic yìí tẹ́sí wà mẹ́fà wákàtí kan wákàtí méjì wákàtí mẹ́ta. Do you know what it takes for that traffic to reset? The appearance of one soldier. Not two, sir. Not two. The appearance of one soldier. Just one. Because you don't know whether there are others. That if you want to make it sweeter, the appearance of one soldier and a car or vehicle painted in army color or in military color standing by. Shoot. Wọ́n á máa sọ fún ẹ láti ìwọ tó ti ń bọ̀ látẹ̀yìn tó fẹ́ kúrò sójà wà wájú o. Sójà wà wájú tó bá dẹ̀ ti gbọ́ sójà wà wájú wà á máa tọ́ọ̀nù padà ní nígbà tó lẹ́mìí méjì. Ṣẹ́rí chaos yẹn ẹ kàn wá rí pé ó straight ni Malcolm effect. Ṣẹ́rí pé disorder wà but there is an underlying order. So disorder lè di order tí nǹkan bá ṣẹlẹ̀. Kí ni Malcolm effect tó ṣẹlẹ̀ tó jẹ́ kí disorder di order ni soldier appear. Now, nídàkejì order to disorder. Ṣẹ́rí pé a ní conversation àjọ sọ̀rọ̀ everything sending in whenever. Let's just say we here in this place now. I don't even want to go too far. Kissing nǹkan jàbọ̀ gbì. And a lot of factors lè fà kissing ó yẹ kó meeting kan sí time yẹn ló wá week àfi week. Ẹ jọ ṣáà máa sọ̀rọ̀ lọ. How did they disorder máa dé Malcolm effect yẹn nìyẹn. Tẹ́ bá bomi sọ́wọ́ báyìí omi yẹn máa lọ. Tó bá ti dé ibi kan ó máa lọ ó wá kàn dé ibi kan tó slow bẹ́ẹ̀ kan bá rí tó n tó gbé omi yẹn sáré mẹ́ẹ̀ Malcolm effect. There's a reaction or an action that makes a lot the reactions go faster and change. So except we have that. But for now, Funke is selling better than everyone. And let me tell you, and I tell you today, she's not doing anything differently. Agbaletu, you've been in this industry for a while. Tell me what Funke is doing differently. How is she selling differently? How is she dancing differently? How is she acting differently? How is she doing her costume differently? I think even that Mercy Adeoti has better locations in her films.
Yeah, but you just said it that she's doing what works for her.
Yes.
So once she's been able to identify what works for her, then she should just keep it.
Do you know that Tony is also doing what works for her? She's doing very unserious films.
Serious?
Yes, please. Yeah, I'm able to say she's doing very, very unserious films. Any attempt for Tony Abraham to do a film that is serious, she will put on seriousness inside it. She's not a serious person normally. When I say she's not a serious person, I don't mean it in a derogative way. Before people, let me make it clear. Before people will say something now. I mean that she's the female version of Odulade Adekola. Anything they touch must become unserious. They will try to be serious. People will be seeing unseriousness inside it.
And because of the past characters they've...
No. I think because they have found a way to always infuse their own personality in the roles.
Okay.
Have you seen Tony play? I've seen her once or twice or thrice. I've seen her in UI. She wants to ask me a question. She said, but I'm a low UI, and she's going. Me, I'm still waiting for her to complete the statement. She don't go.
No time.
And she don't. Ọ̀rọ̀ mi ló lẹ́sọ̀ lọ́wọ́ ti lọ. Kò mọ̀ láìda. Ó ti bá everybody ṣeré pé kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ àbí kíní kan. Somebody that will enter cinema in premiere and be greeting everybody. Ṣé o ní wá kí ni? O ní mo yẹ gé àwọn senior colleague ni. Yẹ kíní kan. When I say serious, ẹ̀yà sọ Yorùbá, kò ní ronú. Do you know the ironu that I mean? Before people go and say something else.
Why worry?
I'm bàbá rẹ̀ níta. Ìyẹn nìkan mi lè sọ ṣá. Because obìnrin wọ́n fi ẹ̀ ṣeré. But let me say something like, wọ́n gbé kámẹ́rà ẹ lọ, wọ́n ní ká máa shoot. PM, wọ́n máa rẹ̀ ní shoot. Ẹ má yẹ kó rí yí dàrú owó tèmi ń jó lọ. Ẹ lọ pé wọ́n padà. You would think she would run and be enter-skater. She's a happy-go-lucky individual. So she needs an actor's coach that will take out that her personality away from her. That's why she's always doing her face like when she's acting, and it's always spoiling her roles. Ìgbà mi àti ṣe role yẹn àti wúyàn. Àwọn films kan wà tó ń ṣe ní YouTube recently. Listen, oh my. Her unserious stories, she's doing well.
Ṣé lára ẹnìkan tó go viral recently tí àwọn kidnappers tí wọ́n.
And Alakada Gen Z.
Tí wọ́n gbé ọmọ.
Báwo ni even no matter what ni ẹ wo ẹ pa. If I directed that film,
èmi kan mú gàrí
even if I directed that film, I wouldn't direct it like that.
Ó dàbí comedy ni.
No, well,
Mo rántí sí, mo dẹ̀ rẹ́rìn.
you know, how can you take that kind of film to cinema? Let me tell you
But
what.
it's not about the lines.
Look, let me tell you something. When you are taking a film to a cinema, even if it is comedy, it must have a level of seriousness. Okay, coming to America, is it a comedy or not?
Comedy.
Would you say that film is unserious? Eddie Murphy was one of the most unserious comedy person in his life. But everyone got off his story in a trace. You must put seriousness in a capsule of unseriousness. You must craft it. And there are some emotional moments in Coming to America now. 1 and 2. Very serious emotion, plenty emotional moments. The barber shop, so many emotional moments. Look at the barber shop. Boy, Jackie comedy too. Topical issues, no, so the barber shop, yeah. So you don't just craft comedy. Comedy is the most. Now, comedy as an unserious form of drama is the most serious form of drama. Let me say that again. For people who want to quote me and write papers. Comedy as an unserious form of drama is the most serious form of drama. Do you know why? Inú àwàdà láti máa sọ gbogbo nǹkan tó wà ní society, e.g. gẹ̀lẹ̀dẹ́. Gẹ̀lẹ̀dẹ́ lẹ́tí máa rí tán ṣe play. Àwọn aláwàdà làwọn onígẹ̀lẹ̀dẹ́ yẹn. Wọ́n máa fi tú àṣírí ọkọ tó ń yàlè àbí ìyàwó tó ń yàlè. Àbí baálé ilé tó ń bá ìyàwó àbúrò rẹ̀ sùn. They will do that film. They will not mention your name. They will not do anything. But the way they will do that story, ṣé àwọn káwọn èèyàn máa mọ̀. Ẹni tó ń bá ìyàwó ẹ̀ sùn ni ó máa mọ̀ last. Tá bá ń bá ìyàwó èèyàn ló máa mọ̀ last. Right. So gbogbo àwọn èèyàn ti máa rẹ́rìn yó. Ṣẹ́bọ̀dì wọ́n ti mọ̀. Létà ní ọkọ àbí ìyàwó yẹn máa jí pé ẹ wá o. Kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀? Òun náà ti máa rá àwọn nuances. Tó bá rẹ́rìn, tó bá realize pé òun nìkan lòun ò rẹ́rìn, ló máa realize ẹ wá ìyàwó mi náà sọ yìí. Àbọ̀dá mi ló ń sọ yìí. Lampooning the ills of the society. That's what comedy is. Lampooning. Take it easy now. Listen to me. Lampooning the ills of the society. So comedy, kò yẹ kó ṣe comedy ní gbẹrẹfu. Comedy ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ ní message, which is my problem with all the comedies. Which is why I said, nígbà tí mo sọ̀rọ̀, but the vendor was a national embarrassment. Nígbà tó lọ cinema, àyà ní comedy àwọn èèyàn fẹ́ rẹ́rìn, mí ìsọ́kọ̀ àwọn èèyàn fẹ́ rẹ́rìn, àwọn èèyàn rẹ́rìn sí ni Baba Sala now. Go and give me a Baba Sala film or a Baba Sala play that doesn't have any topical issues, that doesn't have emotional moments, that doesn't have issues. This guys, they do comedy and you are like, what are you saying? What are you doing? What is the story? What is the journey? One very nice comedy that Funke Akindele has done till date is the Jennifer series. You will see that no matter how she does that comedy, does it, she's the sane voice in the room. The stupid character Jennifer is the sane voice. You know what I mean? It's a technique. Putting wisdom in the mouth of foolishness. Technique ni to work dada. So you can't college you comment ekpa. No, that's not comedy. That is I'm trying not to use words. That's just something you throw in corner kick. You can't just do things like that. Which is why I think that Toyin Abraham is not artistically mature for cinemas. Fantastic person, ambitious producer, very ambitious producer. Omojo, and she's shooting for them. She's one of the people to Omojo to engage one properly. Toyin Abraham Film Academy, and if you see both films don't jade ní YouTube, Toyin Abraham Film Academy, it's a film productions. And we're not sharing young girls that either to Boru Komori. I give her kudos for that. Engaging them properly and engaging them productively, consistently. Later. Wonderful. But she's good for YouTube. I don't think she's good for cinema. Go and look at Ijakumo. Where did I even start from? Why did I start from there? The Ghost and the Tout. The Ghost and the Tout 2. Alakada Reloaded. Ijakumo. The world to say no. Baby. All those films. Even Iyalode, you wonder what is she saying? Everybody wanted to follow Femi Adebayo's. Gbogbo èèyàn fẹ́ tẹ̀lé format Femi Adebayo, jagun. Come on. That's why because you wanted to now, because she must play the lead. Right? So you wanted to come and now show me a female warrior that was a novel thing at that time. Go into history. Òun ló fi jẹ́ pé àwọn ọmọ ogun obìnrin dahome. Àhesọ wà nípa wọn pé wọn ò lọ́yàn, wọn ọyàn kan náà ní, wọn gé wọn lọ́yàn lọ. Àhesọ wà nípa wọn nítorí pé àwọn obìnrin tó ń jagun wà far in between. Wọn kàn kì í ṣe ọmọ èèyàn kan tó kàn dàgbà tó kàn sọ pé òun fẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí jagun ta. Even àwọn ẹfun ṣetán aníwúrà tán ní army, wọn ò jagun ta. wọ́n kàn defend àwọn tí wọ́n ní. Tán ní armed men. Àwọn Ẹfúnróyè Tinubu, I meant. Àwọn Ẹfúnṣetán Aníwúrà, who at a time, Ìyálóde of Ìbàdàn, tó jẹ́ pé nígbà kan òun ló ń fund the war chest of Ìbàdàn. Tito, the Ọ̀yọ́ Empire. That's what it means. I stand corrected. Nítorí pé Ìbàdàn ní defense wall Ọ̀yọ́, military might, and one human being alone bankroll war chest wọn. So what does it mean? She's funding the war chest of the entire Ọ̀yọ́ Empire. That's what it means. At least a major part of it, if not all. Because àwọn ológun wà lẹ́gbàá, àwọn ológun wà ní bóyá Èkìtì, bóyá káàkiri. But at least Ìbàdàn is the war camp. Torí ẹ̀ náà ṣe ń jẹ́ Báṣọ̀run nìbàdàn, Balógun. Ẹ ti ráwọn táìtì yẹn, Báṣọ̀run Ìbíkúnlé, Balógun Ọdẹ́rìnlọ, Ààrẹ Látòṣà. Ṣé ti ráwọn oyè yẹn? Báṣọ̀run is the prime minister to Ọ̀yọ́ now. Ológun dẹ̀ ló ń jẹ́. Iṣẹ́ ogun níṣẹ́ ẹ̀. Balógun ńkọ́, Ààrẹ ńkọ́. So táwa bá tiẹ̀ ní proof mi, tábà ẹ mú proof gbogbo title yẹn, ẹ máa gbé Ìbàdàn ní war center the empire. Ẹfúnṣetán Aníwúrà gangan at a point ló ń fund ẹ̀ tù gbogbo ẹ̀ fún Ìbàdàn. Ẹfúnṣetán Aníwúrà gan ò dìde lọ jagun. It's not an history. So you come and tell me that one female warrior stood up somewhere over best in Jagunta.
Yeah, but sometimes, Afin,
Yes.
filmmaking,
Yes, please.
it's not about how it was, but sometimes imagination, you just create something fascinating and play on people's imagination so that at least to make it exciting.
I agree. I agree with you absolutely. But then you now leave it open to interpretation. You leave it open to correctness. Then you have to now develop the emotional intelligence of criticism. You won't say, can you not shoot the film? Because now you are tampering with history. You have gone into a period of history that female warriors were far between. And you have gone to create a character that was not there. How did she become a warrior? What was the motivation for her to become a warrior? What was... Go and see the film now and answer these questions. Kí ni motivation tó fi ń jagun ta? Gbogbo àwọn lúwo gbàgìdà, we know why now. The female warriors in history, we know why. Tí ò bá nídìí, sá, yóò bá pé. So that film, right? And the way she has crafted it nullifies that away. So you make female warriorship a thing of the streets. I don't agree. It is my opinion. It is not the sacrosanct opinion. But I have people who will agree with me. Mo láwọn èèyàn tó máa agree pẹ̀lú mi. You don't go into history, no matter how much you want to use creative license. Because what you are talking about need creative license. But you don't use creative license to distort history as it was. Except to put a caveat on the film. You put a caveat that this is a distortion. And then we take it like that.
House of Gar.
Yes.
What about that? What do you have to say about that?
House of Gar is a film that is good. Yeah, that's another person who has proved that method.
Story-wise.
There's nothing wrong with the story.
Ṣé nǹkan tí ó wà ní history originally ṣé òun náà replicate ní story ṣé òun náà gbé jáde ní
So
story.
kí ni history? History is story as it is told. Kí ni bàbá tiẹ̀ sọ fún ìwọ? Kí ni bàbá tèmi sọ fún èmi? Níbo ló mọ ìtàn dé? Yorùbá ní ibi babaláwo bá mọ fàdé ni ó kì í dé. There are 256 odus. One odu has nothing less than 1,000 verses, according to Bashigbo, hundreds of verses. One person ò lè mọ̀. Ó ní babaláwo tó bá kọ́fá, wọ́n ṣe sọ yìí fún. Èmi rèé, you are a babaláwo. I am a babaláwo. By the way, we are using Ifa as a... Ifa is more than a religion. Ifa ò kì í ṣe ẹ̀sìn. Ọ̀nà ìgbé ayé ni. But that's the discussion for another day. Now, ẹ̀yin babaláwo, èmi babaláwo, àwa fẹ́ kí èjì ògbè. One chapter, Odùkanu, tó hù. Odù yẹn wá ní 1,000 verses. So that is, ó bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti verse 1 to verse 1,000. Ṣé ṣọ́ọ̀kì? Odù tẹ́ kì, tẹ́yìn máa kì, verse tẹ́yìn máa fi kì èjì ògbè. Ó lè jẹ́ verse 892. Kẹ́yìn kí 892. Kó jẹ́ pé verse 893 ẹ̀ mọ́. Verse 894 ẹ̀ mọ́. Ẹ wá mọ̀ verse 895. Ẹ mọ̀ verse 896. Ẹ mọ̀ verse 897. Ṣé ẹ mọ̀ pé ẹ mọ̀ verse 892 and verse 893? Èmi wá mọ̀ verse 892 and verse 893. Ṣé ṣọ́ọ̀kì nínú èjì ògbè? Èmi verse 892 and verse 893 nìkan ni mo mọ̀. Ẹ̀yin mọ̀ verse 891. Ẹ mọ̀ verse 894, 895, 896, 897. Ṣé ní iye verse tẹ́ mọ̀? But verse 892 and verse 893 tẹ́ mọ̀ yẹn. Nínú gbogbo odù yẹn, òun nìkan lèmi mọ̀. So you have to learn it from me. That is why a babalawo keeps learning till he dies. It is a way in Yoruba cosmology to tell you ọgbọ́n òpin síbi kan ó mọ kọ́ títí tó fi kú ni. Ó bá yẹ kọjú síbi kan ó kọjú síbi kan. So kí ni history èyí tó mọ̀? Tó bá ní fact kan tó hàn sí ẹ. Okay. I wrote a play, Ajayi Crowther the Storyteller. Wọ́n wá sọ pé Samuel Ajayi Crowther ó lo àwọn ìtàn wa ńlẹ̀ Yorùbá. Ó fi ṣàlàyé Bíbélì, ìtànú Bíbélì àti ìhìnrere Jésù fáwọn ọmọ èèyàn nígbà tó dé Áfíríkà, pàápàá jùlọ ilẹ̀ Yorùbá. All right. Èmi tí wá kọ ìtàn yẹn, mo ti kọ eré yẹn àti ṣe. Àwa ń bá ọ̀jọ̀gbọ́n Bọ̀dé Ṣówándé sọ̀rọ̀. Ọ̀jọ̀gbọ́n Bọ̀dé Ṣówándé wá ṣe ojú wa síbi kan pé, do you know pé Samuel Ajayi Crowther was an acolyte of Ifa before he was kidnapped? Now, if you look at what Samuel Ajayi Crowther did and that, it locks in.
So, from the scriptures,
Yeah.
ibo ló ti let it establish it.
It's not from the scriptures.
Okay.
No, hold on. Let us establish it from the scriptures. The translation of Satan as a shoe.
Okay.
It is quick. I make bold to say that from all inferences, the only person that can translate Satan as a shoe because of those characteristics is someone who understands a shoe and who understands Eshu more, if not a Babalawo? Because Eshu and Ifa are companies, tights. Eshu is on the Okma Ifa. See, these are deep mysteries. Yoruba mythological mysteries. Làwọn kìíní. Kò sí fàtẹ́ dá Eshu wà ń bẹ̀. So Eshu àti Ifá ọ̀rẹ́, ó ní ìdánfijọ́ rẹ̀. So it takes only a person. And mo máa ń pè nǹkan ní Eshu concept. Èmi develop nǹkan kan tó ń pè ní Eshu concept. Mo dẹ̀ fi máa ń ṣàlàyé. Ọmọ yín olóń guide gbogbo conflict tó wà nílé ayé yìí. Eshu concept yẹn. Tó bá ti understand Eshu concept yẹn, olóń guide gbogbo conflict àti resolution ẹ̀. And wọ́n present Eshu as a man of duality of character and duality of nature. Kò wá straightforward. A fẹ́ tútù láàárọ̀, a fẹ́ gbóná lálẹ́, a ṣe rí fún ẹ, a ṣe bí fún ẹ. So, the quickest way to physically represent that, as physically represent Eshu, the duality of color. So, àwọn ẹlòmíì wọ́n á fún Eshu ní red àti black. Àwọn èèyàn míì wọ́n á fún Eshu ní black àti white. So, mo wá simplify ẹ̀. Délé Adéyanjú rè tó jókòó, Tolu Fagbure rè tó jókòó, Eshu wá kọjá láàrin wọn. Máa wọ bẹ́ Eshu yìí tó wọ black. Afin ní ọlọ́tọ̀. Ṣé o rí pé white ló wọ̀? Ṣé o lo glasses? Black ló wọ̀ jàre ọ̀dẹ̀. Orí ẹ̀ ò pé. Ṣé o mọ̀ pé bó ṣe sọ last week náà nìyẹn? Wípé mo ń lo glasses. Ṣé nípa ti kúrò lórí ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀? Eshu ti wọ̀ wọ́n láàrin. All you need to do is kẹ́ wá Eshu lọ. Kó wá dúró ní perspective Délé Adéyanjú. White ní bí ìwọ náà má bọ̀. Kí Délé Adéyanjú náà wá dúró ní perspective Afin. Àgbẹ̀ black ló wá kẹ́yìn méjì kẹ́ wá fún Eshu ní àbádá lórí pé idiot yẹn. Ó wọ white and black. But rárá, a máa hold on to opinion yẹn, a máa fi ego sórí ẹ̀. Eshu dẹ̀ mọ̀. Ẹsẹ̀ kẹ́sù padà wá kó wá wò pé ọ̀dà ni ẹ̀yin méjì ẹ̀yin jàjàre. Ẹ̀yin jàjọ ṣáà rí pé black and white mo wà ní. Irọ́ Eshu máa wò látọ̀ kọ́ máa gbé o kò ríran ní kò ríran. Olóma polè kó wá jà. Olóma polókù kó wá mú. He's just having fun. Eshu ò dẹ̀ ní force ẹ̀ ṣe nǹkan kan. I don't mean Eshu of the Bible. I mean Eshu, the God. Yoruba in Yoruba pantheon. Kò ní force ẹ̀ kó ṣe nǹkan kan. A sọ perspective fún ẹ. Ìwọ ló máa mú ego ẹ tó máa fi run lórí perspective yẹn. Normally ìwọ ló yẹ kó wò pé wá Eshu kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀. Ó dàbí HOD mi. Ẹnìkan wọnú ọ́fíìsì HOD mi nísìn. My HOD in the university. Ó ní, good afternoon, sir. Ìyẹn ní good afternoon. Mr. So-and-so said we should come and carry chair in your office. Lecturer, wọ́n fẹ́ ṣe play. So lecturer wá sọ fún students pé ẹ lọ ọ́fíìsì HOD ẹ lọ gbé chair. HOD mi wò ó wọ ọmọ ẹ báyìí. Ó ní, Mr. So-and-so cannot ask you to come and carry chair in my office. Ìyẹn wá wò, what exactly did Mr. So-and-so tell you? Ó ní, he said that we should come and see Mrs. who is the secretary of the department, that we should tell her that we need her in the office, that she will tell us what to do. So why did you not say Mr. So-and-so asked you to carry chair in your office? He said you carry chair. Get out of my office. I'm a fool. Mr. So-and-so, I don't care what you mean. Please don't do that again. Please don't do it again. What do you mean? Bam. Eshu concept. Ìwọ ni o take information yẹn to run with it. Ó yẹ kó lọ́pọlọ now. Eventually Eshu máa sọ pé ṣé o lọ́pọlọ ni. Ó lẹ́nìkan ṣe sọ fún mi. Ẹ mọ̀ pé Eshu wà lórí ọpọ fáyẹn náà. Báyìí tó bá sọ pé tó wá lọ sórí Cocoa House. Lọ sórí Cocoa House. Bó ṣe jáde nínú scripture ni mo break down fún yín yẹn o. Tó bá lọ sórí Cocoa House. tó ní ifá iwájú ọpọ́n Fagbure èèyàn gbọ́ olùmúlọ̀ tó olùkọ̀rọ̀ lọ́sì àárín ọpẹ́ tààrùn má fi pípéré má fi ré pé má fò lè fọ́hùn wàá lògiri ìta bá ti rí ni mo fò látòrí kòkó àwòsì yìí n ò dá lápá n ò kán lẹ́sẹ̀ n ò kú orí mi ò fọ́ ire ifá sọ fún ẹ pé ire. So stupid you ifá ti ní ire ni right so wàá fò látòrí kòkó àwòsì tó bá dá lápá bá mi ifá ibẹ̀ ní mi ní kọ́lápá ni ifá bá sọ fún ẹ pé orí ẹ ló yí nígbà tí mò ń lọ tí mo drop pikin pé kẹ́ máa fi bá mi sọ̀rọ̀ kí ni mo sọ tó bá rú yín lójú ẹ bi mí léèrè ṣó rú ẹ lójú pé tó bá fò látòrí 25 story building wàá kú Mr. Dele Adéyanjú ṣó rú yín lójú ẹ jẹ́ kájọ dáhùn ṣó rú yín lójú
kò rújú.
why tó wá bí mi.
mo ti expect pé ó yẹ kó kú ni kò yẹ pé kó dá lápá.
why tó wá bí mi that is èṣù létí ọpọ́n Fá.
ó yẹ kó rí ẹ̀fọ́ ni dà.
mo ní tó bá rú ẹ lójú kò bí mi léèrè ṣọ́rọ̀ ẹ rú ẹ lójú. ibi tí Bíbélì náà ti sọ pé watch and pray náà nìyẹn kò rú ẹ lójú. It takes somebody with that understanding of issue létí ọpọ́n Fá láti translate Satan ní èṣù torí pé wọ́n ní àwọn characteristics tó fi describe Sátánì ó wà lára àwọn characteristics tó fi describe èṣù. They are not the same. Wọ́n ń ṣe kankan náà end goal wọn according to story àti mythologies yẹn end goal wọn ò kì í ṣe nǹkan kan náà at least èṣù wa níbí kò kó èèyàn kankan lọ hell Sátánì Lucifer ó láwọn èèyàn tó fẹ́ kó lọ hell èṣù wa níbí ọlọ́pàá ni is the sense keeper but ó kàn lọ confuse characteristics èṣù ti bí fún ti Sátánì. That's how it comes to play in the Bible. But beyond that, it takes somebody with Tony understanding stories of Odu. That is so story. Kó link story Wambi. Kó link Yema. Story Jesu. Màá dẹ̀ ṣe example kan fún yín tí mo ṣe nínú eré yẹn. Ajao Crowther the storyteller. Nígbà tí ó ń wàásù fún wọn pé ẹ gba Jésù kú fún yín ó kú fún ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ gbogbo yín fẹ́nìkan wá bí pé Mr. Oga so sick báàlẹ̀ nǹkan ṣe máa kú fún ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ gbogbo wa wà ní ṣé ẹ rántí Mọ́remí nífẹ̀ẹ́ wà sọ story Mọ́remí títí olórogbo we all know that story tí Mọ́remí ò fẹ́ kó olórogbo lọ tó olórogbo ní màámi ẹ jẹ́ kí n lọ kú fúnfẹ́ ẹ sì jẹ́jẹ́ yẹn èsì mi ní ti sọ pé dandan òun gbọ́dọ̀ gbà let me go. wọ́n á ní báwo la ṣe fẹ́ gba Jésù yìí ṣe àyíkó jẹ́ kó yé wọn. So it takes somebody in that culture and níbo lẹ ti máa bá story Yorùbá tó dùn jù wọ́n ṣe fà ní everybody kan sọ pé orin Saheed Òṣùpá dùn ó kì í babaláwo ni. Nígbà tó sọ pé Ọlọ́run tó ti ṣẹ̀dá kó wá ti dó ní kálukú Ọlọ́run tó ti ṣẹ̀dá kó wá ti dó ní kálukú pẹ̀lú ìwà kan ṣá tó ń láti jẹ́ ṣùgbọ́n o Ọlọ́run tó ti ṣẹ̀dá kó wá ti dó ní kálukú wọ́n ní lágbájá dáa gan àmọ́ ṣùgbọ́n ṣá wọ́n ní lámẹ́dù dáa gan àmọ́ ṣùgbọ́n ṣá kí wàhálà ó ti ṣe yìí síná ẹ wá sọ fún mi náà aya tó dáa tó ní ṣùgbọ́n tó fẹ́ máa bọ́kọ that's it. Ìgbà tó wá ní ṣé bẹ́ẹ̀ ò bá ti yóò ra àwọn orin tí mo kọ yìí àwọn orin tó wà ní Mr. Music ní 4 albums in one that's one Saheed Òṣùpá album that I love. Somebody stole it from me. I stole it from my father. The person now come and steal it from me. Ó lè gbé ó lè gbà. Ó ní ṣé bẹ́ẹ̀ ò bá ti gbọ̀nà ẹ̀bùrú láyé ń bí ṣé kò ní ga àbí ṣé kò ní rọ́wọ́ mú. Gbígbà ẹ̀rọ bí irú bí ìpínlẹ̀ ọ̀la kí ni ká fi wé bírù wọn ga jù lábà káfíwé lálá lára tó lòun fẹ́ ga láti ilẹ̀ ẹ̀dọ́run lọ́jọ́ kan bó ṣe ń ka lára mà ló ṣe wọ́gbọ́n dá kó wọn kọ́gbọ́n yẹn á padà lẹ́yìn ìbò pàfẹ́ bóyá o lọ́jọ́ ọjọ́ kan lójijì ló dìbò jábọ̀ jẹ́ wọ́n gbọ́kọ̀ dá láti dépò kípò ní wọ́n gbọ́kọ̀ dá o láti dépò kípò torí bá lọ àbọ̀ láti bọ̀ gbogbo ẹ̀ ló wà nínú ẹsẹ̀ fàdà.
That story.
All those stories. Trace it now. Adaptations.
Now, coming back to
Yeah.
Evita Badeleko, Tony Abraham. So you nullified her that she doesn't have any business with.
Right now, she needs to only let increase capacity.
How?
Kó tó wá sí film. Now, fantastic. One, Tony Abraham as an actor. Ó nílò training. Ó ní talent tó pọ̀. Ẹ má gbàgbé nǹkan tí mo sọ lẹ́ẹ̀kan. Just transpose gbogbo nǹkan tí mo sọ nípa Ọdúnládé Adékọ́lá
The last time. Yeah.
just transpose it to Toyin. She is one actor, female actor, because you can use the word actor generically without necessarily saying actress. So more professional theatre people want to actor, whether female or male. Only láti ṣe training wà important. She needs only láti jẹ́ kí talent yẹ kúrò ní talent kó di skill. Ení, èjì, ó ní láti attach some, ó ní láti jáde kúrò ní Tony Abraham nígbà tó bá wà lórí set. My opinion, she never leaves Tony Abraham behind. She takes Tony Abraham into all of her roles, and that is annoying to me. So she brings Omamu level on seriousness kan wá fún all the characters. Tóyìn àti máa ṣeré yẹn, á ti máa wò yẹn, I can drop the ball ní. Especially facial expression. And now you are like, what is in the name of Pete is this? What is she doing? Ẹ ti máa jírò yẹn jẹ, ẹ ti máa tẹ̀lé inú emotion, ó kàn máa ṣe and it breaks you out. This is not a joke, for crying out loud. This is not a joke. So, some level of seriousness. She needs to leave her character behind. Then she needs to learn. She needs to go for deeper training. If she can't do it in Nigeria, she should go abroad. Acting classes. If she's going to remain an actor. Acting classes. Then, only láti lọ sí story craft classes. Báwo ni wọ́n ṣe ń craft story? Engaging stories.
But they're supposed to be story writers now.
Do they let them work? There's so much of their personalities. You know, àwọn stories here. You know, influence. Ẹ pé àwọn writers wọn kẹ́ wá gbọ́rọ̀ wọn now. Almost be going dictate fún wọn ni. Èmi, gbogbo script tèmi máa ń kọ tí bá produce or tí máa ṣe nǹkan kan. Mo máa ń sọ, I don't do first writing. Story synopsis, story premise, story treatment, mo lè ti kọ jáde. But script and everything, I give it out. Go do it. Start. Do it. But mo ti break it down. Mo ti jókòó pẹ̀lú ẹ. Mo ti discuss gbogbo nǹkan tó wà ní orí mi. Mo ti ṣàlàyé ideas and you run with it. So you will bring a perspective to me. Perspective yẹn ni màá fine tune. You must be in sync with me normally. But màá fine tune perspective yẹn. Màá sọ bí tí mo ń lọ. So it's not going to be dry. And meanwhile, you cannot ever have a perfect script. but you can have a very serious and well done script. Let the writers breathe. Then I ask you a question. Who are the writers? Who trained them? Some of the writers are saying, film Toyin ni, character Toyin ni mo kọ fún. Who does that?
It's not professional.
That's not professional. O ma sọ fún mo Toyin ni mo kọ character ẹ fún. Pé nígbà tí mo kọ character yẹn gangan Toyin ni mo kọ fún.
Toyin ni mo rí.
Nígbà tí mo ń kọ
pé òun mo rí tó fit.
Òun mo rí tó fit. So wọ́n wá lọ jẹ́ kí Mercy play ẹ̀ òun ló ṣe rí bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. So Mercy ò dẹ̀ lè ṣe bí Toyin. That's not how to write.
So it's not professional.
No! Toyin should come and fit into the character that you have written, that fits the story. Don't tailor a character to fit an actor. You may have an actor in mind as you write. It's not bad. Tí Gabriel bá ṣe role yóò máa gùn. But kì í ṣe pé kó wá kọ́ in such a way. Jẹ́ pé ó wá mú ọ̀rọ̀ Gabriel. Wá kì sí character ẹ lẹ́nu. So when another character is playing it, everybody máa sọ pé ó ṣe bí Gabriel. Pé àwọn lines tí mo ń kọ Òkèlè ló ní o. Ẹ mọ̀ pé bókèlè ṣe máa ń sọ̀rọ̀ ni òun mo ṣe kọ́ nígbà tí ẹ ti sọ fún pé Òkèlè ló máa play gate man òun mo ṣe kọ lines ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀. That's not how to write. Bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́ lójú. So most of their writers, what are they write? Who trained them? Ṣé actors tí wọ́n lè lo writers, beg your pardon, writers náà lè lo writing tools. Although writing tools don't make a writer, but that's the first way of knowing professionalism. Tools tó wà in vogue. Final draft, cell text. How do you use? Báwo ló ṣe máa lo writing tools? There's AI. You can discuss. I discuss with AI. Hello, chat. How are you doing? Chat is my favorite. How are you doing, chat? I'm fine. Adam low. I'm thinking of a story. Voice activation there to what? What do you think about me this morning? I go bad chat though. And well, from what you wrote yesterday, I'm thinking, and from the way your voice texture is sounding or your question is crafted, I feel that you are on a low this morning. Always, I think you are thinking about something deep about me. So I start conversing like that. Then I go. I'm thinking that I should say this on Agbaletu today because I feel that, Annie, yes, you are right. But I think the society in your country is chat with you.
The society in your country do not like your face. Or does not like
because you are in controversy. You tried it once.
Yes, no.
But I don't think you've gotten to that my own level. I chat with it. And because I can use, there's a voice there, you don't chat. So you press it, you say what you want to say, and when you are done, you stop it. So when you stop it, what you have said, it brings it in words, you press it. I die low. That's the level. I don't use, I don't pay AI, AI. What I do in 3 days, 4 days, I do it in 1 hour, I do it in 1 day, I do it in 3 hours now. That's why my job is faster. Unless you understand tools. They don't understand the tools. So they are still delivering scripts in 4 weeks. And when they bring the bloody scripts, they're looking very dry. They're looking drab. The lines are... You are wondering, what is this one? Or that. They don't understand. You know, I want to say, okay, love film school. Okay. Your specialty in film school is writing. You go to film school to study writing. And you go course 6 months or 3 years. Lower your con. So, course script in the one there, come and lost screenplay. I'm a joke lale. A rí bàbá kan, a rí ìyá kan, àwa rí ọmọ, wọ́n máa ń rí ni. That's not where you start from. Okay, let me shock you. In our Ladu day, the backstory of the Adu, Dr. Adu is an Ijesha man. He's from a Catholic background. His mother is a disciplinarian. Mother àkọ́kọ́ wà ní story yẹn nígbà yẹn, but nígbà tó yá afa grandma sẹ́yìn àjẹkán wá mọ́ for reasons. Just reasons of the story, not personal reasons. But did you see in that story pé Ìjẹ̀ṣà máa rè? No. But you see that the man has principle and has problems with giving money. Abi? Has cultural principles, has problem with giving money every time. Also, lonely now. So it informs the kind of my inform action to my take. It's called backstory. How old is the character? Àwọn ìyàwó ló ti jẹ́, tani bàbá ẹ̀, tani ìyá ẹ̀, kí ni pedigree ẹ̀? Ẹ kàn máa di ẹ máa ní nínú story, a rí bàbá kan, a rí ìyá kan, writer ẹ̀ ló wá ń kọ script fún ọ. Writer ẹ̀ náà ló máa padà kọ script tó máa padà gbé lọ cinema o, tó fẹ́ gbé lọ Netflix. Ọ̀wá ló ti good náà ni. Ta ló train ẹ̀ tó fi good? That's the way you write. Writers that cannot write descriptions. Do you have your script here? Yinka, please give me your script. Give me House of Glass script. Let me show you what I mean by descriptions. Please listen to this. House of Glass, a play in one act. Darkness, full stop. The apartment is unlit. Through the window, the ambient glow of Lagos at night. The photograph of Rotimi hangs on the upstage wall, barely visible in the dark. He's smiling. He looks like a man who does not yet know what is coming. Picture here.
Not what describe it.
Picture don't describe it. Faramala sits on the sofa, stage right, in the dark. She's immaculate, dressed, composed. The kind of woman who dresses for war, even when she calls it a conversation. They're already creating the kind of human being. So, today I talk about walking here, only idea, Tani dresses for war, even when she thinks it's a conversation. You now dress the idiot of a costume person and director dresses that person and exposes cleavage. And you said I should enjoy that character. Because there is no description. Because this is the first thing you run with. Absolutely bereft of any creativity. Because this script, Batida, that's the source material. This script, Batida, so you are saying that they have writers. Where are the writers? Apart from the fact that the writers, and writers, more writer by you, more writer, more right. Lẹ́yìn Sharafadin Olabode, the Aye man, he wrote some very intriguing stories. Sharafadin Olabode ló ní story yìí Ọlọ́run ò ṣe bí tí Jaiye Kuti ṣe mo ó dàbí Jaiye ló ní story yẹn tí Sharafa wá scripted or bóyá Sharafa ló ní story yẹn from scratch. Go and see that Ọlọ́run ò ṣe bí. When Atoniberu came here, he spoke about the film. The process, but time here alone. Share more boy craft story here. Key ẹnìkan lọ dóúnjẹ nù pé kò dáa kẹ́nìkan wá mú ẹran ẹ kó wá ṣá kó wá lọ fún ìyàwó ẹ̀ jẹ so wá mú ẹran wá ó mú àgbàdo sísun tó tọrọ ó mú wá. That's how wretched they were. The story went on to say that nítorí pé ó bú Ọlọ́run ó challenge Ọlọ́run so kò mọ̀ọ́re wípé ó ní olówó lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ tó sì ń fún lówó díẹ̀díẹ̀ nítorí pé òun challenge Ọlọ́run wá fẹ́ sọ àwọn olówó yẹn di ẹni ilẹ̀ kíyà lè jẹ pa. That's a deep construct of a story that tells you to be thankful in all things. In little.
Torí pé ó challenge Ọlọ́run kí a lè jẹ pa látara kéékèèké tó ń rí táwọn yẹn bá dẹni lẹ̀ tó ń bá tẹ̀ wá rí fún mọ́.
Yes. That's the story of Ọlọ́run Òṣèbí. That's the core story. Up story ni pé ìyàwó wa lọ àfáà kan wá rí i ó wá pé ìyàwó ẹ̀ pé kán wá ṣàdúrà ìyàwó ò lè sọ fọ́kọ ó wá lọ sí hòtẹ́ẹ̀lì ó wá lòun lọ ọ̀dọ̀ màmá ní Ṣakí bí yẹn ṣe gbé e lọ sọ́dọ̀ màmá tó máa padà dé láì tó gbé lọ sí park pé kó wọkọ̀ lọ́dọ̀ màmá tí ọkọ padà délé láì ó kàn bá màmá lé ni for 3 days kò wá sọ fún ìyàwó tí ìyàwó fi padà dé ìyàwó dé ó bá màmá lé ọ̀rẹ́ wá di yá pépé scatter so they had to bring the Afin to tell them why and all that. Wọ́n padà pé àwọn atoríbẹ́wò wà náà tó ń sọ pé torí yín lọ́lọ́run ṣe fẹ́ ṣe lé. It's thought-provoking. What kind of actor do we know Atoribewu as?
A comic actor.
Comic actor, right? But when I was privileged to be a shadow part of that production, I won't say that I was a part. I mean, Mobato craft story, but shadow part because it was produced for Rare Edge. And our film be Metal Mary ti Jai ṣe fún Rare Edge. So I was in that flow. Me meant to suggest Atoribewu fún Jaiye. And fantastic. He cut the picture. They did not write the role for Atoribewu. They were looking for someone that fit the role and found him. He still threw. He was just being himself. And you will see that Atoribewu, even in his comment, his comedy was there, but he was acting that I saw an actor, not a comedian. But his comedy was still there. Ìtọ́pẹ́ ní kéèyàn kọ eré nìyẹn. Ìtọ́pẹ́ ní pé kéèyàn act nìyẹn. Ìtọ́pẹ́ ní pé kéèyàn ṣe comedy nìyẹn. So I know what I'm talking about.
All right. So because of time, who else do you think should stay
away?
I want to be very careful. Who else do you
doesn't have the capacity?
Yes.
Or should go and build more capacity?
Should stay on Netflix stroke cinema, and who else do you think should just make?
Well, Funke should stay on Netflix cinema. Yeah? I've told you that Tony needs to go and do a lot of calibration. She's doing good stories, she's doing good films, but she needs to do the kind of films that are thought-provoking. Films do not drop Tamale refers later. Yeah? Of course, Femi Adebayo is a gatebreaker. He's thinking every day. After he had done the jagun of this world, he sat and thought, I have done this. What else? He came with $7. He came with $7 and said, this is not jagun. Let's do another kind of film. Let's not be a master of jagun. He did it. And you will see from the crafting of the story, from his thought process, from the preparations, Femi is doing well. I think Odunlade Adekola should also take a step back. Odunlade Adekola should take a step back. He should step back like Toyin. Of course, if I say it's the female version, it's the male version of Toyin Abraham, and Toyin Abraham, female version Odun. So if I'm saying Toyin take a step back. I didn't say leave. I said take a step back, recalibrate. Odun Adekola should also take a step back. Go not step back. Go recalibrate. Look at his stories. Sorry, we're not kidnapped. Oh, I forgot the name now. Oh, story doesn't she kidnapped. Don't fi boss lo kwa àwọn èèyàn. To Sherun, I've forgotten that film now.
So Latif Wambi.
Yeah, I think Latif is there. Lakatabu, thank you. What is that? Yeah, on that is a topical issue. But what is so the Alanik Pamolekun on Netflix and cinema? Where you glorify criminality. What glorify criminality untouchable. To back a few minutes to the end of the film. But picture ìgbádùn tó ti gbá láti ìbẹ̀rẹ̀ for the greater part kò ń kúrò lórí àwọn ọ̀dọ́. Wọ́n fẹ́ gbádùn yẹn. So they want to be the next criminal that is praise-sung. And could help because we have a lot of examples in our society. And that's why you see everybody wow. Recently, Lati challenge one of my boys, my guys, who drive me through Ojaba. So níbi Ojaba Maruwa kan wá ṣe Lexus yẹn lẹ́yìn. So bàtà wá sún síwájú má dúró. Bàtà wá sún síwájú díẹ̀ tá fẹ́ débi màpò yẹn ibi àwọn tó máa ń ta àpò èédú yẹn àwa dúró pé káwò ká lè tètè fi brake oil nù kó tó set. Ṣẹ́mọ̀ a máa ṣí hood bonnet àwa fẹ́ mú brake oil wọ́n ti jáde wá wọ́n ti rò pé mọ́tò break down ni. So àwa ti lò tán àti parẹ́ gidi àwọn làwọn mẹ́rin wá sọ pé mọ́tò wọn ta kú ni mo sanwó ọmọ ta kú o. I'm like, where did this one come from? Mọ́tò takú tó yẹ kẹ́ help. Kò ń ṣe òru o bíi past 7. Tèrò sì ń lọ. So kì í ṣe pé a máa need help yín bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ní tà ní réèyàn o. So wọ́n ti jáde wọ́n ti fi aṣọ kọ́rùn wọ́n ti ń bọ̀ báyìí láti inú ilé bàbá wọn tó ti jókòó sí. Ṣé mọ́tò wọn takú èmi tiẹ̀ ti wọnú mọ́tò àti roll up window bá ṣe roll up window ni mò ń gbọ́. Mọ́tò wọ́n sanwó ẹ mọ́ takú o. Inú bí mi délé jọ ẹ pé look at this. So don't blame, Shari, do not blame the wealthy for not wanting to mix with the masses. It is frustrating. How do you tell me pé máa sanwó ọmọ takú? Thinking pé mọ́tò mi ti takú, so pé mọ́tò mi takú yẹn máa sanwó ọmọ máa san. Oh my days. I can't fathom it. It's because of films like this. Watch the film. Those kind of films are and ẹni yẹn máa ti da gbogbo àdúgbò rú, ó máa ti jayé, ó máa ti gba oúnjẹ, ó máa ti gba owó, ó máa ti bẹ́yàn kan ládàá tí wọ́n sọ pé má délé ẹ̀ ní Century Tower yìí. At the end, 5 minutes to the end, or 3 minutes sí parí, wọ́n wá ní ó jìyà iṣẹ́ ọwọ́ ẹ̀. But ẹ ti fi mental picture yẹn sí àwọn èèyàn lọ́kàn pé wàá gbádùn gan. And ṣé mo pa àwọn ọmọ wa youth wa yìí wọ́n ń ronú púpọ̀, wọ́n ń ronú consequences púpọ̀. Ó kọ́kọ́ gbádùn lọ́rọ̀ yẹn náà. That's why gbogbo àwọn ọmọ ti kúrò ní ṣọ́ọ̀bù kọ́ṣẹ́. Normally tó bá lọ school tó bá lọ school ó yẹ kó kọ́ṣẹ́. Wọ́n ti ń wa mikra, wọ́n ti ń wa marwa. Why? Wọ́n fẹ́ owó ojúmọ́, wọ́n fẹ́ wa ẹran sábọ́, wọ́n fẹ́ ṣe báyìí pé káwọn tètè bẹ̀rẹ̀ iṣẹ́ yìí, káwọn lè tètè mókè, káwọn lè mọ̀ pàṣẹ. A pàṣẹ owó wa, ìyá yín fẹ́ jẹun, pàṣẹ owó wa ń bẹ̀ ọ́n. Because they are seeing it in the films. And I think Odunlade Adekola won't contribute a lot Syrian culture, especially with, look at what happened. Did you see, maybe Ori Temi Okpe, but did you see the spate of crime increase when Alani Pamelekun was released? I can't really find any empirical data, but we can notice. Because that was the role model for everybody. When you make crime the model, when you make crime the model, then what can I expect?
All right. Moving on now. You at a point mentioned Eboloede and Muyiwa Ademola.
Yeah. Oh. No me do enter so here. I am bẹ̀rẹ̀ lórí bàbá Alhaji Eboloede. Ṣé rí njọ́ tí wọ́n jókòó sórí chair tó sọ pé mo fẹ́ ṣe fíìmù kan. Ó dẹ̀ máa jẹ́ àṣekágbá fíìmù.
Lẹ́yìn àwọn ò fẹ́ ṣe mí mọ́.
Ẹ̀yin wá ń wá ẹni wọn fọ́dà pé owó mi ó ní àwọn story kan wà tó yẹ pé tó bá ṣe kò kúrò ní. Anything after that, diminishing returns ni. More story. These are guys, people who know how to craft hits. Àwọn méjì tẹ dárúkọ yẹn. Ẹ wo hiatus Muyiwa Ademola from the big screen. Look at his hiatus. His long stay away. When he came back with Ori Rebirth, what happened? That film is perhaps the Yoruba film to stay longest in the cinema.
Rebirth.
Ori Rebirth, yes. I think 3 months it was still there. It was not perfect. I saw a lot of things. But film yẹn lọ noir. Film yẹn lọ mysticism. Film yẹn lọ spiritism. All the isms I could think of. Film yẹn wọbẹ̀ lọ. Imperfectly. Okay? So, Kame Ma sọ pé it was perfect. Because people will come out of cinema and say, ha! The story is not out of this world. Mo dẹ̀ máa sọ fún àwọn kò sí story náà ti sọ̀rí, kò sí story tó wá out of this world. There is no story pé ìbolo ti rí story yẹn wà everywhere. Story tí Muyiwa Ademola sọ ní Ori Rebirth tó wà everywhere. Wọ́n fẹ́ forí èèyàn kan borí èèyàn kan. It's a general story in Yoruba pantheon. But ibi tí mo ti máa ń bá Yoruba film producers jà ní, mo dẹ̀ máa ń sọ every time láti 2016 ni mo ti ń sọ treatment of your story. Bó ṣe títò ìtàn ẹni ṣíṣẹ̀ntẹ̀lé, how does it make sense? Báwo ló ṣe wà enjoyable sí? Báwo la ṣe gbádùn ṣíṣẹ̀ntẹ̀lé ẹ̀ sí? Ìyẹn ni orí fulfill. Kì í ṣe pé torí pé ó jẹ́ story kan tó wà out of this world. Even Seven Doors was not out of this world. But báwo lẹ ṣe tó ṣíṣẹ̀ntẹ̀lé ẹ̀ sí? Àtàwọn nǹkan àti production design àtàwọn ìdán eré. The fact, one thing that blew me away nípa Ori Rebirth was the choice of music and the artist. He took it away from Tope Alabi, took it away from Indu, took it away from Tolu Obanro. Because now, Everybody has run to Tolu Obanro now. From the guy from doing sound from Antin Studios, from me. Gbogbo èèyàn ti sálọ ọ̀dọ̀ Tolu Obanro nísìn. It takes a Muyiwa Ademola to sit down and say, and the payoff, orí o, Ọlọ́run mi àgbéká. That was a powerful philosophical payoff. Wà lọ wo film yẹn, Ọlọ́run mi àgbéká. It was poetic, it was philosophical, melodious. Boboto Shori not deep. And I'm sure that it's coming from a place of brief. The same way tí mo fún Abọ́sẹ̀dé ní brief nígbà tá a fẹ́ ṣe Ládì rẹ̀. I was very difficult with her. Don't just give me any kini. Mi ti àwọn kan máa like orin yẹn gan torí kò tẹ́ mi lọ́rùn. Kò sọ́mọ́nà tó lè gèjà rí. Ìṣẹ̀dé ọmọ aláṣẹ jẹ, òde ọmọ aláṣẹ là, ṣèbí ká ti là, kádẹ ti kéré kò délé o, Ládì rẹ̀. Looking for new sounds. The same thing. I was not part of the selection of Taiwo Sani for Borokini. But I have a living witness in my house, my wife. We were dating at that time. Only tó máa wà ní ìta. Tó bá ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ kò sóló kò ó máa wọlé láti ta, ó máa jókòó, ó máa gbọ́ orin yẹn. Tó bá ti parí orin yẹn, ṣé òun yẹn kan bẹ̀rẹ̀ eré, ó máa bọ́ta padà. Òun wá wéré, òun wá gbọ́ orin, òun wá wo montage láti kọ orin yẹn. Òun rẹ̀ fẹ́ gbọ́ láti ta kò ní dùn. So ike ìwà ọkùnrin ò ní dùn láti ta. So máa gbọ́ láti lé láti máa jáde padà. That was how new the sounds were. So for Muyiwa Ademola láti lọ wá, ó ti wéré yẹn. I think one thing that also helped the flow, to help flow, enjoyability eré yẹn was the choice of that artist and the music. So give it to Muyiwa Ademola. I think he understands motion craft. Ṣé àwọn ọ̀dọ́ tí pé mo dẹ̀ sọ ní bíbá yìí, mo sọ bóyá last show ni mo sọ bíi pé àwọn tó yẹ tó ti ní opportunity láti gbé sinimá Yorùbá débi tí àwọn ń gbé dé yìí láti lẹ̀. Muyiwa Ademola. Mo dẹ̀ sọ ẹni tó bá tóbi tó Muyiwa Ademola láyé Ògo Òṣùpá, orí kó bọ́ta kó wá sọ. The man has a knack láti create blockbusters from normal stories. Just add mysticism, add, again, a lot of imperfections, like I said, but wonderful. Ẹ̀wọ̀n nǹkan tí bàbá Ẹ̀bùn Olóyèdé náà ṣe pẹ̀lú this is film, my days. Mo review ẹ̀ ńgbà yẹn náà. Wọ́n wá bá mi ní conversation after my review. Oh my days. What's the name? Film tó ṣe ní Yorùbá, tó tún ṣe ní Gẹ̀ẹ́sì yìí. Àdìtú Ìṣọ̀kan. Àdìtú Ìṣọ̀kan. Filmed in Yoruba, filmed in English. I had a conversation with him. Ìgbà yẹn orí ẹ̀rọ rédíò kan ni mo ní tí màá ṣe show. Mo feature as a guest, mo ṣe máa ń wá bí, so ẹni ẹ̀ ń ṣe a whole lot. So it was a segment nínú ẹ̀, so mo á review ẹ̀. He had and I think ó dà pé mo tún write. Bàtà pàdé, we had a conversation about it. But I know jẹ́ kí n mọ àwọn challenges táwọn ní, àwọn tí ń yà fún bóyá ọdún 5 àbọ̀ ọdún 10 and all that. These are people who, tẹ́ bá dẹ̀ wo trajectory wọn, he has a knack for creating stories, normal stories. Abela Pupa was a normal Ogbowo stories now, like he was in kí ni nǹkan tí àwọn guys yìí wá tún yà yìí nísìnyí, táwọn rapsi náà wá tún yà níbi Ogbowo yìí nísìnyí.
Rattlesnake.
No.
Not Rattlesnake.
Why did I forget this title?
No, not Rattlesnake.
Wow. It was Rapsi Noah's debut directing.
Yeah.
Kí ni mo fẹ́ fi title film yìí ṣe báyìí o? yẹn wọ́n kọ́kọ́ ṣe yẹn àwọn kan wá ṣe glamour girls. Oh my days, what do I want to do? Kọ́ tó wá ṣe rattlesnake yẹn. Tàwọn kanayo tí Swange wà nú ẹ̀. Oh my days. Ṣe rí nǹkan tí mo ń sọ nípa titles. I know the film but now I don't remember the title. So ogun owó issue as is a general title yẹn sá lọ ni o. It's a general discussion. But look at what he did with Abela Pupa.
Living in bondage.
Living in bondage. God bless you. Living in bondage, breaking free. These are normal stories. But everyone got to say, when you call us Abela to you look at that. These are just novelty things. Mr. Money, and he has a knack for titles. Titles that will sell. Not all these titles. Another person that I think should go to cinema. And the continue to lost cinema is a Yewande Famaki. Yewande Famaki, I think Yewande Famaki man need a lot of collaboration. Titles are running away from me. Timaja de mbi si ma rántí. Film tó ṣe pẹ̀lú Gabriel tó yí lórí àkìtàn. Ó try cinema. Wow. Kó tó wá ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ Isaac nísìnyí. You know, these are she has a knack for putting together stories, putting together productions with a little help. These are people tó yẹ kí wọ́n fẹ́ ṣe strong stories, you know, but they want to do serious stories. Toyin should take a step back.
All right. Itele strong on YouTube. Ibrahim Biakini.
Yes.
Bimbo Ademo Yetu.
Yes.
Do you think they should attempt?
Itele should just stay on his YouTube. Frankly speaking, I have no apologies. I've seen his President Kuti Akini orúkọ
Chekole Osho.
No. The one he brought to cinema. Kesari. What was that? Mo ṣe ń béèrè question and káwọn audience náà máa dá mi lóhùn náà. Everybody saw these films now. What was that? Was that a film? It was a serious film. Tó máa lọ cinema. Tí máa kó. Do you know how much a cinema ticket is now? 6,000, 7,000, 6,500. Now carry that. Oh yeah, tí bá fi bí 5,000 kún, máa ṣe a sizable pot of stew. Check it fún yín. Rodo 500, tomato 500, àlùbọ́sà 200 naira. Èló nìyẹn, that's 1,200. Máa ẹja 3,000. Yeah, that is aláràn 3,500. I do a size mara ẹran 100 naira. 1,000. Kékeré or 1,500. Máa epo ògo kan. I do a sizable pot of stew. Yes, everybody. What would I do a sizable pot of stew? That's my own Maggi. So my own gari agolo kan náà nínú ẹ̀. So my own way do 200 naira. No. Nínú 7,000 naira ticket here. I take it to come and see one visual constipation. No. My candid opinion. Sherry, Itele's brand of entertainment is for the street. The cinema is not for the street. The cinema is for the bourgeois. Okay? There's some, and if more, well, there are stories of the streets in the cinema.
It's like gangs of Lagos.
Gangs of Lagos. But look at the handling, yeah? What was that in Kesari? There were philosophical angles. Not whoa! What was that? Kí ni yẹn? Ó dùn mí bí tá lọ yẹn o. Tó ti bá wà lórí èdè tí máa ń sọ̀rọ̀, máa sọ pé some films I shouldn't I should just not bring them to radio. Otherwise, when I step on the street, people will stone me with axes and cutlasses. Because my comments will not be good. I can't review case. How do you want me to review that? Mr. Dele Adeyanju, please tell me, what do you want me to review in that Kesari?
I'm not asking you to review Kesari.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm only asking you because no, there is always room for improvement, even if the
No, I don't see any room for improvement.
Really?
I don't. He needs to go and train for cinema from the scratch. I'm sorry. As a matter of fact, I'm not sorry. No, I'm not sorry. I like him. He's a good guy. As a paderio, I was asked to come and see the agent who was running my house. Was barrister Law Bisheson, black and white law firm. So him and Ati Tude Brainerd. So they drove me there, and we had a conversation with Law Obsession, with their influence, with my presence, everybody. We had a jolly good conversation. So what she me low really?
Afin low.
No, go for me low.
Okay.
O she me low re. Ori to de she me no mo ti so e. However, you ní sọ pé kí n má sọ what is key. YouTube gbole o gbole. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, YouTube CD o gbole o gbole. You want to do a film that I want to carry 7,000 naira to go and see. 7,000 yẹn Ìbàdàn ni o. Bẹ́ẹ̀ 10,000 ní Lẹ́kọ̀ọ́. Ẹ má dẹ̀ gbàgbé o, tó bá máa lọ wo sinimá Lẹ́kọ̀ọ́. Owó ọkọ̀ yẹn máa fẹ́ ju owó tíkẹ́ẹ̀tì lọ o. Ẹ má gbàgbé owó rìtẹ́ẹ̀lì o. Bó gbọ́mọ lọ sinimá, ó ra gúgúrú. Ọkùnrin wo lẹ́rí tí ń dá lọ sinimá tí ìbá ṣe obìnrin lọ́wọ́ lọ. Pàápàá jùlọ Lẹ́kọ̀ọ́. Ó gbọ́mọ lọ. Yóò jẹ gúgúrú tí ò bá jẹ hot dog. Ìbá lójú kòkòrò yóò jẹ ṣàwámà. Ṣé ti rí owó rìtẹ́ẹ̀lì? Ó sì wọ́n Lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ jù Ìbàdàn lọ. Ká tó wá sanwó tíkẹ́ẹ̀tì. So tó bá yẹ pé o gbé ọkọ̀ rẹ lọ ni ó rèpo sí. Ó kò nú hold up traffic. Bó gbọ́kọ̀ lọ, ó wọ boot, ó kọ́kọ́ lọ jọmọ nlé, yóò bá sùn lé rẹ lálẹ́ òun. Ó já nlé, ó wà gbọ́dọ̀ tiẹ̀ lọ. Àfi tó bá yẹ pé tó bá já nlé, ó wà bọ́lẹ̀, ó wà gun kadà lọ lé rẹ. Whichever one, yóò ná lówó. You must be giving me some very upscale film, not Kesari. Yeah. In all ramifications, ní gbogbo ọ̀nà pátápátá, mo ṣe ń Bímbadé Moye, fantastic actor, mo sì sọ ń bí. Actor tó dáa, tí grade ẹ̀ wọ cinema ni. Dáadáa. Mo ti rí àwọn eré. Mo ti rí àwọn eré tó ṣe fún YouTube. But mo nínú èrò tèmi, mo ṣe feel wípé she still needs to observe a little bit more. But mo gbàgbọ́ pé tó bá ṣeré fún cinema, tó bá really plan láti ṣeré fún cinema, ó máa ṣe dáadáa.
Eniola Ajao.
That one doesn't have a business in the cinema. With what's that film now? Ajakaju. Well, of course, she's from the same block as Odunlade Adekola. I don't think her acting has a place. I don't think that is acting at all. She has a fine face. Right? Plastic delivery. My own opinion. Plastic delivery. The only thing she has going for her is her fine face. That's admirable. I don't think she has talent, let alone developing it to skill.
Really?
That's my opinion. That's my opinion. I have said that my opinion mi ò kìí ṣe sacrosanct. Opinion mi ò kìí ṣe end. Opinion mi ò kìí ṣe nǹkan tí èèyàn máa mú tó máa lọ kọ pé ó yá Tolu Fagbure ti sọ bẹ́ẹ̀, act. èmi kọ́ ni producer tó máa pè náà. She can't sell anything. Oya put Eniola Ajao on the poster. Oya put her there. Even with her fine face, Oya put her on the poster. The way you will put Kehinde Bankole on the poster, or put Tony on the poster, or put Mide Martins on. Mide Martins is a better actor. One of the most underrated actors in the Yoruba film industry is Mide Martins. Why? Because she has made herself scatter up and down. She has conditioned herself to a shouting person. And they will now say she's no nonsense. Chai! Ó dà kó ṣe fíìmù kan pẹ̀lú Paso. Tí Paso ti ṣe olórin tó ti wá ṣe ìyàwó ẹ̀ tó wá ṣe troublesome wife. Yeah, character yẹn sit well into a shouting character. But you will see that, I forgot who the director of that film is or what the title is, but you will see that the role crafted well into her. And then other things, ó ṣe film called 33, tó ti pé ó dà pé 33 tó yẹ pé kò lọ́kọ. And she's material films tó yẹ pé Mide Martins, she didn't need to shout. She wasn't shouting. She was acting. So I think she's one underrated actor because she's in the shouting league. But take the shouting away from her, find a director that will work with her. And man, this lady has a lot of potentials in her. And Ajao, Èmi ò rí talent yo. Sorry, go. And look at it. You will see it now in the volume of iṣẹ́ tó ń ṣe. How many people are calling her? Even in that Abeokuta circle. Even nínú Abeokuta circle yẹn, téèyàn bá good, wọ́n máa lò pa ni. So my own opinion is her affinity, and when I say affinity, a friendship or a closeness or bóyá kọ́ṣẹ́ lọ́dọ̀ ọdún he just found a way to put her in everybody's face. So, and when he puts her in everybody's face in a lot of films, she's in everybody's face. But immediately, what happened? Because Odun had to move. And that's the problem with also levels. When you move to a point and you don't have the requisite skill, the person moving will leave you. The world will leave you where you are. And ẹ máa pè wá yàtọ̀ fún kádàrá o. Kádàrá àwọn kan bẹ́ẹ̀. Ṣebí àmọ́ èèyàn ló sọ pé uncle Yemi Solade, trouble wọn pọ̀, wàhálà wọn pọ̀, issue wọn pọ̀, kíní kan pọ̀, uncle wa dáadáa. Uncle Yemi dáadáa. Wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ pé wọ́n. Yemi Solade máa kí fún ẹ lọ́wọ́ báyìí, ẹ pé action. That switch is fantastic. Ẹ kàn pé action. Ẹ̀rù máa bà ẹni, tó bá kéré dálẹ̀. So also, this our same uncle Yomi Fasholanso. These are cinema standard actors. Ẹ dẹ̀ máa rí gbogbo àwọn talented uncles yìí náà sọ pé ní wàhálà. Because they have Uncle Yomi Fasholanso. Rumor has it that if you give him a script, if you tell him, Uncle, I need to see, and kọ́kọ́ ṣe sùúrù lórí to see, kọ́kọ́ send me the script. Tó bá ti ka script, and owó tó yẹ fi ṣe fíìmù yìí, why to try business me? A ṣàlàyé fún ẹbí, bó ti gbó sí ìfẹ́ pé a béèrè lọ́wọ́ ẹbí tó fẹ́ tà sí, a hẹ́pẹ́ bó fẹ́ tà sí, bá lè fẹ́ tà, ta ló máa ra ilé, ta ló máa ṣe kíní kan. Ó ṣe lọ́ fi ṣe bread selling. Tàbí tó bá ṣí bá, ó fi tó bá roll over yìí, owó yìí over time ní bá, ó máa roll over rẹ̀, má lọ fi ṣe fíìmù. Tó bá tẹ̀ fíìmù gbogbo, á fi ẹlẹ̀, wà á move on. But wọ́n ní carry him on, torí kò ní ṣe. It's principled. Wọ́n mọ̀ pé àwọn ṣiṣẹ́ tó bá dẹ̀ máa ṣiṣẹ́ sinimá, òun láti yọ́ṣẹ́ wèrè lẹ̀. Tó bá dẹ̀ máa bá wọn ṣe kò ní pọ̀, wà á kàn máa appear. tó wá máa ṣiṣẹ́ YouTube wà láti understand pé iṣẹ́ YouTube yẹn ó láti scale up náà kì í ṣe iṣẹ́ tí ẹ mú mi sí.
YouTube náà ní levels àbí.
Ó ní levels o. Ó ní lẹ́mí ìfẹ̀kọ̀ fẹ́ máa dárúkọ àwọn èèyàn kan bí. I would make a lot of enemies if I do that.
You already have so many enemies.
I know.
In fact, wọ́n máa ju òkúta ń sìn tàbá máa fi parí.
Ó yé mi, mo mọ̀, ìdálé àwọn darlings wọn tí mo ti dárúkọ ẹ̀, but well, if people look at it dispassionately, wọ́n máa ní, but eléyìí tẹ́ tún bí mi yìí, ọmọ wọ húdìrì, àfi kí lọ paint ara mi rìn tí bá sọ àwọn ẹ̀. Ṣé ẹ mọ̀ pé my guy is here, Yinka. For 2-3 weeks, I've not been able to review film on my show Flow. Because I don't know what film to review. So mo kàn ń ṣe discussion. I'm just taking it easy. I think Akinola Akanwo is also doing well on YouTube. I saw those his films, Abokulo, Ibuika. Wonderful films. I think it is in Ibuika ni ó ṣe kíní kan tó dùn mọ́ mi nínú. Àwa tá à ń ṣe fíìmù la jẹ́ kí àwọn ará diaspora àtàwọn ọmọ wọn kàn máa wálé. Pé tá ẹ bá ti fi nǹkan sọ́wọ́ ẹbí ó jókòó tí wọ́n jẹ́ tán wọ́n rùn yín wọ́n ṣògùn sí yín ni. However, in Ibuika, I want to be very sure it's Ibuika, not Abokulo. In Ibuika, wọ́n pa bàbá ẹ̀, ó sá lọ, àwọn ẹbí wá keep ogún ẹ̀, wọ́n keep gbogbo property bàbá wọn, eventually ó dàgbà, nígbà tó wá ṣe tán, wọ́n ní trust fund tó fi kàwé and all that, nígbà tó wá ṣe tán, bàbá ọmọọba Túndé Ọdúnládé ló play role olórí ẹbí yẹn, wọ́n mú wá lé bàbá ẹ̀, wọ́n ti dáṣọ bo owó síìtì yẹn, wọ́n hand over kọ́kọ́rọ́ lé bàbá ẹ̀ fún àtàwọn properties bàbá ẹ̀ pé ẹbí sọ pé ó ti tójú bọ́ gẹ́gẹ́ bí bàbá ẹ̀ náà sì ṣe kọ́lẹ̀ ní will kàgbé fún ẹ̀. Wọ́n tún wá fi very nice dramatics sí ẹni tó tẹ̀lé bàbá yẹn wá nígbà tó ń wá wọlé nígbà wọ́n ní kíní plumbing kan òun ṣe so òun wá lọ check ẹ̀ ó lọ wo gbónú lé pé nǹkan tó ń check ni pé òun rí pé kíní plumbing yẹn wọ́n máa check ẹ̀ kó so kó mú yàn wá kó wá wò so oh no kò sí nǹkan tá a fẹ́ fi ogún ẹ̀ ṣe ogún bàbá ẹ̀ ní ìwọ ló ní. That was I'm telling Akinola Akanwo that was brilliant. Good film. So I think it's also a guy to watch out for. I think Akin is a chap to watch out for. Without any equivocation, I think he will make great films. And I think mo rò pé tó bá fi ọkàn sí, ó sì ń gbìyànjú náà láti lè náà. Yeah, he's not a bad filmmaker. Shenanigans here and there, but he has not been a bad filmmaker. You can't roll with Rare Edge and be a bad filmmaker. No, you can't. You can't do that. You can have other shenanigans, but you won't tell stupid stories. You won't. Otherwise, if Aki tells stupid stories, and I stand here to say he tells stupid stories, then it means that I don't know what I'm doing. That I have failed as well. It means we have failed at Rare Edge too. That's why Damilola Oni will never do bad stories. The stories might not be perfect. Have you seen? Tẹ́lẹ̀, mo máa ń sọ pé in the Yoruba film industry, not general film, in Yoruba film industry, we have male actors and female celebrities. Let me say that again. In the Yoruba film industry, I used to say that we have male actors, àwọn ọkùnrin tó lè ṣeré, and female celebrities, àwọn obìnrin tó jẹ́ ìlú mọ̀ọ́ká.
Tí wọ́n mèrè ṣe.
Wọ́n mọ̀ ṣe. Èèyàn kan tí mo lè single out of them is Faithia Balogun Williams.
Àwọn mèrè ṣe. Àti Jaiye ńkọ́.
That's my friend.
Ọlọ́mọ ẹ̀ kí àfikún mi sí problem.
That's my
Mo ṣe
friend.
gbọ́ yẹn.
That's my friend.
But we issued the
That's my friend. Jaye is a good producer. One, Jaye can be a very good actor. JK can be a very good actor. But she has not been blessed with directors that have sense to sit with her. Go and wo Igbo Kadara ti Jaye ṣe. There's a part she was shedding tears. Ó wà nínú àwọn films Igbo Kadara, Ọmọlàkejì, Ọlọ́run Òṣèbí, I think those 3 films. Then Afin, the 4 films. But go and take out that Igbo Kadara. There was a time she was crying. She was Omo. But okay, Jaye can act too. Ọ̀rọ̀ mi ti yé yín báyìí. I sọ fẹ́ jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. Jaye can act too. But báwo ni director náà ṣe ń lò wọ́n? Kí ni director? Mo sọ fún Jaye ńjọ́ kan. Ibi tẹ́sí máa mọ̀ pé Jaye understand nǹkan tó ń ṣe. JK understands what she's doing. Àti Jaye ẹ mọ nǹkan tẹ́ ń ṣe. Mo ní JK. Mo ti sọ fún wọn níṣojú wọn, so mo lè sọ lẹ́yìn wọn. Ẹ máa ṣe fíìmù tẹ́sí máa ń pariwo jù. Tẹ́ bá máa ṣe fíìmù tèmi. Role tí mo fẹ́ kọ fún yín. You will not talk from the beginning to the end, and you will be the lead.
Non speaking.
Last scene, let him sọ̀rọ̀. Ó di lè máa ṣe. Ṣé mo kàn Jaye sọ? Next, Jaye ni a jẹ́ pé o ti lówó gan-an nìyẹn. Ọmọ mi sọ sí kámẹ́rà pé ẹ mọ nǹkan tẹ́ ń ṣe. Jaye dá mi lóhùn, JK dá mi lóhùn pé owó ẹ ti pọ̀ gan-an nìyẹn. See, Tito, let me now give you. When I brought when Babu call teach ní Ajayi Crowther University, mo wá ní kí Uncle Tope Adebayo kọ́ bá mi ṣe interactive session pẹ̀lú àwọn students. Náà wá sọ pé I went to Uncle Dele Odule. I said, sir, don't act for me. Please, perform for me. Uncle Dele was fine. You want me to perform? Okay, I'll perform. $7. I go back to $7. That was a performance. Especially ibi tó ti lọ dinner agbọ́pa ẹ̀. Àti ẹ mọ̀ wọlé mi o. Performance oti de ade níbi tó fẹ́ gbógun jẹ. Gbogbo appearances Dele Odule ni ọmọba Dele Odule nu $7 was a hit back to back. But that scene tó ti stop agbọ́pa ẹ̀ as a classic performance. Sàwọn ọmọ nǹkan tó ń ṣe. Ogun ọmọ nǹkan tó ń ṣe. And by the way, please don't belittle what Dele Odule has done over time. Láti ìgbà tó ti ṣe Lákúnlé. Láti apá ti jábọ́ o Jésù. Agùnbánirọ̀ òun àti Mojíọláyà. Ṣé kí ẹ lè mọ̀ pé consumer ni mí tipẹ́tipẹ́. Dele Odule has always been an actor. That's why ìgbà tí mo review House of God, tí mo wá sọ pé Femi Branch, quintessential acting, pé this is Femi Branch's acting in a long time. That acting was JK wá dá mi lóhùn wípé Femi has always been a good actor. Mo kàn rẹ́rìn-ín. Ṣé mi ni JK sọ fún? Láyé ìwà lẹ́wà ọmọ ènìyàn. Ìwà lọ́ba àwúrẹ́. Oko ìrèsé ọmọ òyìrà. Òyìrà kò má bà rẹ́rú kẹ́rú. That film is titled Ìwà lẹ́wà. Uncle Tunde Laoye ló directed. Kabira Kafidipe ló dà kó producer, or Aisha Kafidipe, one of the Kafidipes produced it. Femi Branch acting in Ìwà lẹ́wà was swave. But acting wọn so ṣé mi ni wọ́n wá sọ èmi dẹ́gbẹ́ consumers ni. So I know. So tí n bá sọ pé that is acting in a long time. Mo mọ̀ nǹkan tó ń sọ. Mo mọ̀ nǹkan tí mo sọ. Láàárín ìwà lẹ́wà àti house of God, there is an interregnum of acting fún Uncle Fẹ́mi. Interregnum yẹn ti pọ̀ jù jàre. Ṣé àwọn performances tán ṣe nínú the game àbí kíní kan àwọn fíìmù àwọn kan tí wọ́n lọ ń jí owó tán àwọn performances kùnkùn tán yẹn wọ́n act. Acting tó ṣe ní house of God that was a performance. Did you see that is falling down? When his son came to that was a performance. That's it. Nígbà tó ọmọ ẹ̀ kú that was a performance. I know what I'm saying. The last time I saw Femi branch in that performance, that kind of performance was Ìwà Lẹ́wà Ọmọ Ènìyàn. Early 2000s. Uncle Tunde Laoye directed. And Uncle Tunde Laoye ní wọ́n wà lórí àwọn productions MTN adverts. I don't remember now whether as a producer or as a director. So look at that, what he's bringing in. So when I'm Timba analyze, Uncle Tunde Yusuf man pàṣàkọ́ ní Afin ilẹ̀kùn ní orílẹ̀ oríta mo rí street mo rí academics mo rí àwọn tí wọ́n ń ṣe academics tí wọ́n ń ṣe street.
Ronke Odusanya.
My own opinion nípa Ronke Odusanya is I don't know why. I think they find one man new way láti stifle. Okay, yes, I take that back. That's another actor. Female celebrities, yes. Then Faithia Balogun, then Ronke Odusanya. That's one person that can act, but she seldom does. She's in the bandwagon. And the Kotiko can join bandwagon. To bá ń ṣeré, àwọn méjì ni young ladies. Damilola Oni. If you call her into another film or her film, she doesn't join the bandwagon. She's acting. Then Ọ̀rẹ́ torí ọ̀rẹ́ ni wọ́n Aṣábí.
Okay.
Yetunde Alabi. I just want someone to please cast her in a role that she doesn't have to say Yoruba tí kò ní àmúlùmọ́lá. I've seen her in a couple of roles. So kì í ṣe Yoruba pọ́nbélé. But I just want people to use her more. That's another powerful. Have you seen her latest film, Ishipo? Her latest effort, Ishipo. That was fantastic. Ishipo was a very good one. So these are good guys, you know. It's that Jayakuti thing that I really threw me off balance. But I think I found a way to deflect it. No trouble.
I didn't discuss with me Toriola at all. Maybe in the
in the first
okay.
The first appearance I did say mo dẹ̀ ti sọ now mo sọ sí Facebook tó dìjà. Mo believe pé Wumi Toriola dáa ju Funke so ẹ jẹ́ kí n sọ this báyìí ní face mi pẹ̀lú ẹnu mo kọ́ ni nígbà yẹn ó dìjà gan comment pọ̀ gan so ẹ jẹ́ kí n sọ pẹ̀lú ẹnu sí my own opinion ìgbà yẹn àwọn kan sọ kí n má compare actors and I said who are the people talking how do you do review criticism analysis and there is no comparison so what are you analysing tó bá ṣe research tó bá ní eworo tó lè gbé eworo ló gbé ní inú iná láìsí fan wàá fi eworo sí inú iná láìsí fan wàá fi eworo sí inú iná tó ní fan wàá fi eworo sí inú ilé tí kò ní iná tó ní fan wàá fi eworo sí inú ilé tí kò ní iná tí kò ní fan nígbà tí a máa kọ report ẹ wá sọ pé a rò pé ewúro tó wà inú ilé tó ní iná tó ní fan ó ṣe báyìí, ewúro tó wà ní inú ilé tí ó ní iná tí kò ní fan ó ṣe báyìí, ewúro tó wà ní inú ilé tí kò ní iná tí kò ní fan ó ṣe báyìí, ewúro tó wà ní ilé tó ní iná tí kò ní iná tó ní fan ó ṣe báyìí. So with this few point of mind mo lè sọ pé ewúro kò lè gbé láì ní iná àti fan. How do you analyze without comparison? Because àwọn èèyàn kàn máa lanu wọn kàn máa sọ̀rọ̀, you don't compare. Why do you have to compare? How do you analyse?
wọ́n lè fẹ́ dájàlẹ̀.
Mi ò dájàlẹ̀, mo ṣiṣẹ́ tèmi. Tọ́wọ́ lè fẹ́ lọ jà, problem tí wọ́n nìyẹn.
wọ́n ní product pé èwo lẹ́yìn gan ti ṣe rí àwọn nǹkan tó máa ń kọ́.
Fantastic, mo ti ṣe inú ọgbà, right? Mo ṣe short film, okay, if they want to hear. Mo ṣe short film tó jẹ́ olórùka. Mo kàn fi fíìmù yẹn ṣeré ọwọ́ ni. Ọlọ́run mo fi ṣeré ọwọ́ ni. Gbogbo àwọn tájọ yà ní ọdún 2019 wọ́n mọ̀ gan fi ṣeré ọwọ́ ni. Kò ṣe serious production. Ó dẹ̀ jẹ́ AMA selection fún 2020. AMA is Africa Movie Academy Awards. Eggheads lọ dúró síbẹ̀ àmọ́ fíìmù yà for a language film tí mo yà àwọn Yorùbá tí mo dẹ̀ lo fresh actor tí ó act fíìmù rí, who was my girlfriend at that time and my wife now. Because film yẹn tó bá yẹn toast ọmọ tó bá dẹ̀ ló ní aspiration láti ṣe film, so mo ṣe film pé okay a lè jẹ́ kí career yẹn go lọ sókè, you know, and láti prove our proving. So okay, I shot that film and that's why I gave her, the film was 20 minutes 20 seconds. The last 6 minutes of the film she was the only one speaking. Nígbà tó dẹ̀ sọ fún mi, wow, wọ́n á ṣe lọ wò pé 6 minutes ló máa fi sọ̀rọ̀ ní last scene yìí lóòótọ́. A máa mú as mo jókòó síwájú Túndé Kèlání, síwájú Fẹ́mi Odùgbèmí, síwájú Jane Madu Egbuna of Afin Nolly. Mo dẹ̀ lọ pitch fún Cinema for Change project. Inú 150 directors top pitch, mo wà lára àwọn 10 tí wọ́n mú lọ́dún 2014 lórí Afin Nolly Ford Foundation Cinema for Change project. Mo dẹ̀ shoot film My Brother's Keeper. Mo ya inú ọgbà ní ọdún 2017, mo release ẹ̀ ní January 2018. Review sọ wípé this film reminds us of a mainframe production. Tí mi ò sọ̀rọ̀, mo sọ pé báwo ni àwọn èèyàn ṣe máa mú fíìmù mi, my first commercial film. That was my first commercial film. Báwo ni ẹ máa mú fíìmù mi tán máa fi wé fíìmù Túndé Kèlání, kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ náà? Igi mú jìnnà sórí so mi ò sọ̀rọ̀, mi ò comment, mi ò down. Irú àrífín dáadáa ò ní ẹ máa fi fíìmù mi wé fíìmù Túndé Kèlání. What I'm saying is, bàbá yẹn wà ń bíbà, mo wà ní abẹ́ ibì kan ní now. Ẹnìkan wá sọ pé just say thank you. Hello, sir. My own opinion, Inú Ọgbà was imperfectly done. Yes, Inú Ọgbà was imperfectly done. Imperfectly done. Yes, if I did Inú Ọgbà again, a lot of things I would do differently. But review at that time, compare that show, that film, with mainframe productions. Come on. Lẹ́yìn yẹn, mo ti bá ọ̀rẹ́ mi kan direct ọ̀gá. Funny script, but I found a way to salvage it. Ká tó wá sọ pé mo wà ní consulting level, mo wà ní management level, board level, fún shows like Borokini, fún shows like Ajirebi, mo wà lórí directing Ládìrẹ. Èmi ni director tó open Ládìrẹ, èmi ni director tó close ẹ̀. The executive producer told me, Afin, you will open and you will close. There's a reason. I'm sorry, with this few points of mine, can I cast stage plays?
Ìyẹn ló pọ̀ jù.
Can I cast scripts? Can I cast scripts mo ti kọ? Can I call consultancies, story consultancies that my name was never on credits? Just give me money. Can I cast shadow writing? Torí nínú industry pé there's shadow writing, you write, someone else takes the credit, you just take the money. So let's leave that story here. Everybody should just, and then àwọn èèyàn tó ọba ti rí èèyàn téèyàn ń ṣe film ní mainstream wọ́n fi pé nìyẹn ò useful. Àwọn tó bá tó bẹ́ẹ̀ náà àwọn tó ń ṣe film kọ́ máa bọ̀ corporate media. Gbogbo àwọn tó ń ṣe film tó máa ti tó bẹ́ẹ̀, you understand corporate media now. Kọ́ máa bọ̀ corporate media, kọ́ wá ṣe advertising, kọ́ wá ṣe television commercial. Fẹ́yàn tó wà lóyìnbó kó wá máa sọ fún mi wípé mo ṣe commercial fẹ́yàn kan tó wà lóyìnbó, iléeṣẹ́ yẹn wà ní Nàìjíríà. Mo pe commercial in the place of happiness. Look for me on Facebook, look out for my video. Mo post ẹ síbẹ̀, mo pe commercial in the place of happiness. Àǹtí yẹn wà nílùú òyìnbó, iléeṣẹ́ yẹn wà ní Nàìjíríà, care home kan ní Ìbàdàn ní Nífẹ̀lẹ́lẹ̀. Mo shoot ẹ. She said she's targeting people who are in the UK who have parents in Nigeria. So they played it on certain television channels in the UK. People, it was just a simple, I'm not saying it is an out of the world TV commercial, but it was just a simple, I can share your world TV commercial, budget management, TV commercial. And she said she played it. And they asked, are you sure you shot this in Nigeria? It was a Nigerian that shot this? Yes. So, I mean, let's not talk about other documentaries. So let's not talk about UN documentaries. Let's not talk about radio drama, Awarawa, Tashefu Search for Common Ground. There's so many works. So film, doesn't mean that the person is not working.
So if it did before
yeah.
You are saying in your own opinion, Toriola
is better than Funke Akindele, Mercy Aigbe Adeoti, and Toyin Abraham put together as an actor. And I dare say, as a filmmaker, excuse her inanities. There's some foolishness in some area of filmmaking, which to female-centric. And the films we want female-centric. I think they are trying to disabuse the male gaze theory in Laura Mulvey's postulation. Laura Mulvey's postulation looks for male gaze. B, actually lo àwọn obìnrin nínú cinema, male gaze. I think one she seductive material, object of pleasure. So one way to disabuse that is to give women strong characters and all that. One way is to also make the men the object of pleasure and all that. So I think without knowing, they are also trying to play that theory and one she not she yalode, not she labake olododo, but they are not true to life. Báwo you should break theory yẹn kọ́ yẹn. Wọ́n ṣe break theory yẹn bí wọ́n lọ sínú character to one in history. So my own opinion is, apart from the fact that Wunmi Toriola is doing all that thing that is not culturally sensitive. Look at her Queen Latifah. I think she's doing better productions. And I think she's the wisest of them. And I'll tell you why. Nígbà tó ṣe Queen Latifah, did you see her name as producer? No. Ó mọ̀ pé òun ní capability yẹn. Ó hire Judith Audu. And did you see her direct? No. Did she call anybody to come and direct in the usual people? No. Adewumi Owu, Captain Dexy, Abamishele. And to understand filmmaking. Me, Marshe, Judith, Marshe, what produce? Captain Dexy, more direct. Why direct? Ejeki me ask. Go and look at her acting in Queen Latifah. Fantastic acting. Fantastic story too. Not perfect as usual. Nothing is perfect. But my own opinion, it's better than all of them.
All right. At this point, Ejeka break.
Order.
Because we are close to 3 hours now. Yes.
Wahoo!
Yes. We are close to 3 hours.
Oh, gagon.
So, diets were for July, Lele.
Okay.
Because we'll be coming once
in a month.
in a month. So this is our July diet. July 2026. So if you've enjoyed Afin, that's Tolu Fagbure today. I saw anything like come up, which is one in the past. Criticism, a bit constructive criticism, woman had during mobile critique.
Yes.
But Tolu Fagbure nìkan kan ra mọ́ kan ṣe mi. Tolu Fagbure
what's the man pay me? So back to pay me.
Tolu Fagbure understands the business of filmmaking and he knows what he's saying anytime he's talking about film production and theatre. So now, Tolu Fagbure, call your phone number and your account number so that people can share anything.
Wọ́n ṣe o, mo dúpẹ́ o, mo dúpẹ́ wọ́n ṣe o. So ẹ kọ́ pè yẹn 321.
Yeah, no important.
Yeah, important. Èmi ò fọ́ọ̀mù ránù, fọ́ọ̀mù ló bára dé. I don't do that. I do it. I appreciate. I do it.
Support here.
I love you all. Thank you all for doing it for me. Thank you. I appreciate it. A cupboard there, a penny there, makes the money bank grow big. So it's 321 560 80 34. 321 560 80 34. It's First Bank of Nigeria. Emmanuel Tolulope Fagbure ló wà lórí ẹ̀. Phone number mi 0803 807 8723. 0803 807 8723. Ire.
It's a wrap.